The following podcast has been brought to you by Audible.com. Sign up now using the URL audibletrial.com/TTV to get a free audiobook of your choosing. We recommend Brick by Brick, How LEGO Rewrote the Rules of Innovation and Conquered the Global Toy Industry. You may recognize this as one of the sources we use in our show, BIONICLE Autopsy. Remember, that's audibletrial.com/TTV. Enjoy the show. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sync.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TTV Podcast, episode 171. Also known as Meso Was Wrong, the episode. Just getting that out of the way.
Yeah.
Shocking news.
Now,
Vinny, you having fun there?
my gift seems much more relevant.
Yep. You having fun there, Ben? Mumbling to yourself on the side.
Marty Gras.
You broke,
Trying
man.
to
Like a crack addict.
Wow.
Hey,
You
you got any of those Mardi Gras?
All the gras, all of them. Gras.
I don't want it.
How's it?
That's an inside joke the audience won't know.
How's it
Way to
going,
go.
everybody?
It's going.
Pretty
You
good.
guys are bullies.
His intro sucks.
But if you're not bullies, they just speak the truth, even if it's not a happy truth.
And tell me, how does that make you feel?
These.
Well, later we got to talk about
Come on.
06
It
after
makes
this.
me feel the
all
nothingness.
day, every day.
So then one day when I meet you, I can slit all your throats.
All right.
Okay.
Hey.
And on that note, before all our cast gets killed, we should probably introduce ourselves.
Nice segue.
Not what you pointed out.
I'm Messinek.
I'm Barteran.
I'm LJ.
I'm Kahi.
I'm Venom.
I'm Viper.
I'm Takuma Nuva.
And once again, this is TTV 171. Let us begin with our regularly
Don't lie,
scheduled plugs. Take us away.
Hey, yo, check out Vessel.com. You can watch all of our stuff, early access.
Guys,
You can check out the
plugging
podcast
is so
for free
annoying.
for watching
Shut
this on
up.
YouTube, right?
Shut up. I'm doing the
You shut
audience a
up.
favor.
No! This is important! Silence!
You know what?
I mean, you're only prolonging the inevitable. All it does is create less time for the rest of the show.
Yeah, so you're really not helping the audience.
You're not,
out at all.
you're not helping the audience
oh,
at
man,
all.
you're right. All right. In that case, proceed.
All right, well, check out Vessel.com. If you're watching this podcast on YouTube, you're a week behind. You can check out the podcast for early access for free on Vessel.com/TTV channel. You can also choose, if you so desire, to help support the show, support podcasts like this, shows like this, all of our other shows and fancy things that we do to help entertain you by, putting down $3, just $3 measly, price of a pencil. And you get to watch all of our stuff early access. This podcast is a bit of a little teaser for you. So if you like that, check it out. Vessel.com/the TTV channel. Also buy a shirt at store.ttvpodcast.com.
You don't just get us. You get a bunch of other people on Vessel too. You don't just pay for early access for our stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you pay $3. You get us. You get Red and Link. You get Epic Mealtime. You get everybody.
Yeah, and if you're not already, you should
Cool,
definitely
pretty cool
at
deal.
least go check out the podcast, which is up for free early access, because like last week's episode was especially unfortunate timing, because it came out like right before the finalized Bionicle pictures came out. So like it was irrelevant, like completely.
Yeah. And I mean, like, if you don't have a credit card, it's okay. Vessel takes PayPal as well. So there's just no excuse other than you hate us.
And you don't hate us, do you?
if you hated it,
That escalated quickly.
May I
If
ask
you
a
hated us,
question?
you wouldn't subscribe. What's
Well,
that?
actually-
Can you, Takuma?
May I ask a question?
Alright,
Sure.
you can ask the
Sure.
question.
Who the heck pays $3 for a pencil?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't
It's
know.
a pack of a pencil. Pack of pencils. Some
Pack
nice
of a-
Crayola.
That's
The
different.
price of
A
Crayola.
better question: Who paid $3
Price
for
of
a
Crayola.
pencil back in 2009?
I mean, pencil costs have probably risen exponentially over the years.
Risen.
I don't know.
They
Well, you know what?
risen.
Did you?
I believe my job just got the best thing that I've ever seen, and that are pre-sharpened pencils. Like they're already pre-sharpened. Sharpening pencils is like the least favorite thing for me.
Do you
to
guys remember those pencils that you could get that like had like extra like sharpened lead in the casing, and you could like pop them out and like put them on the tip?
Are you talking about mechanical pencils?
No, they weren't. Well, I mean, I guess they were mechanical, but they weren't like the.
Oh wait, no, I know what you're talking about
I know
now.
what you're talking about.
It's
They
like
had
it's like the pencil.
yeah.
It was like a pen casing, but it was hollow, and you just had a
Yeah,
stack
and
of
you,
tips, and you just
Yeah,
kept
yeah.
pushing
Like,
them
you,
through.
you could push the tips.
Yeah, you
at
could
the
just push
bottom.
them down.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
kind
Don't
of
want to got
works
it.
like lipstick.
Oh, man, I
you
think I
like
got one of those
twist
lying around somewhere.
the top, and it pushes out like the rest of the lead until you finished.
What in the world?
Oh, that's just a normal mechanical pencil. Though.
That's
Like,
different.
That's a twisty one.
Yeah, it's
It
lame.
was like,
different.
imagine someone took a pencil, like sharpened 12 pencils, and just cut the sharpened tip off, and
Yeah,
then
and put it
took
in,
a
like,
new
like
a new
ammo.
hollow like pen casing and put all these tips in there.
It's
Right.
like the Anika's Zammer launcher, except in pen form.
It was an
I know
it was
what you
an
mean now.
extended
Yeah, yeah.
capacity pencil magazine.
My
Yeah, I gotta figure out what
They
this
were
thing is
and they were
called
black,
now.
and we
I'm
called
gonna
them
be-
assault pencils, and everyone was afraid of them
Salt pencils.
Assault pencil.
assault
because they had that
pencils.
extended magazine, yo.
We're not getting into this.
Sounds
borrow
like
a pencil?
LJ's
Yeah,
favorite
sure. You
kind
want
of
to?
pencil.
Let me fetch my assault pencil. Give me one
We're still
second
talking
here.
about pencils.
Pencils are cool,
just
man.
$3, man. Price of a nice, cool mechanical Zammer launcher pencil.
I used to
Price
collect
of a
pencils.
pencil.
Price of a pencil, dude. That's an old reference that once again our audience will not know unless they've been subscribed to us since BZ Power days.
I don't
Hey,
even know it.
If you want to go
And I've
check
been
it
here
out,
since
it's up on
Busy Power
iTunes,
Days.
I think.
I didn't know that. Was,
Honestly,
what,
I
don't know
think-
where that comes from.
Price of a pencil came from when we were trying to advertise for donations on BZ Power.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was way before. It was before Kahi's time. I'm pretty sure that was IBZP, not even TTV.
I'm
Yeah,
fairly
it was-
certain it
well,
was
no.
IBZP as well. It was early.
I think it was TTV because like Keeney. Wait, no, Keeney was on IBZP. You're right. Okay.
Yeah, Keeney was on IBZP. He was one of the first people.
Because like
on.
instead of today where we have nice succinct like things plugs we do at the beginning of episodes, we do like this whole 30-minute episode about nothing that was just us rambling on and on and on and on and on,
Rip
talking about
Keeney.
random garbage, and it was called The Price of a Pencil, and I was talking
So
about
like TTV talks.
Wow. No, the quality standard is much higher. Amigo. But no, anyway. Enough about pencils. You want to get on with our regularly scheduled
I know.
news?
Like any Bionicle fan is probably like, what?
Yeah.
Why are they still talking about this?
Pencils.
Listen, that's part of our charm,
That's pretty
man.
accurate.
You got to take the good with the bad. It's just like every committed relationship. You can't always have it your
What
way.
would you know about
Sometimes
that?
you
This
got
could
to
even
give
talk to
as
our
much as you
relationships part
receive.
3 teasers.
That's so. I was gonna say that. You stole
Yeah,
it.
the relationships between us and the fans' wallets.
Whoa. Okay.
It's my favorite
Hold on.
relationship.
Best kind, the only one that matters.
The only ship that really matters. OTP, TTV X, your wallet.
Absolutely amazing.
That's
We
the
allow.
best
That's the
deal.
one ship we allow on the
Escorts.
boards. Yeah, you can make that ship all you like.
There goes the title of
Honestly,
the
like,
episode right there.
See fan art.
Yeah. Well,
I like fan art. Fan art's
fan
good.
art's pretty
Oh
awesome.
yeah, fan art's awesome.
You guys should make fan art. Fan art's nice, neat.
Make
Do
it
we really
Fan
think
art's my
anyone's
favorite
going to
thing.
top Purple Dragon though?
Oh, don't
Not
say
to not to
that.
not to discourage anyone.
Wow.
That's mean.
I'm just saying.
I'm sure people
I don't
have
know
their
if I
own
could
unique
take it.
styles and like
I-
tastes
yeah,
that will
I
translate.
like to
Yeah,
see
there's
multiple
different
things in
styles. Like I
styles.
like cat stuff,
Yeah.
and like there's Takua.
I like cat
Tac-
stuff.
not
Tac-
Takua,
Oh,
Tac
yeah,
210,
Tac-
7,
Tac-
Tac 210 has good
210, still my
210.
favorite.
or 210. Yeah.
I got
Tac-
a great commission from Demitoru the other day.
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
that.
that was a really good commission.
That was
Yeah, as my mock, but like as a lawyer, and it was really cool.
There's-
We should
Guys, what the heck
try
are we
it out.
doing? We're
Bionicle.
8 minutes into this podcast. We've got Bionicle news, and it's good news. What are we doing? We're talking about pencils and art.
Hey, you brought
Listen.
it up, dude.
At least it
This is
goes
your
together.
Listen, we always like play a dangerous game with news because we're having a good discussion and we can cut it short to get to news, and either the news will be great and the episode will be awesome, or the news will be underwhelming and we just killed our episode. We gotta like
Okay.
walk.
Yeah,
the
but this is
tightrope.
not just normal news, though.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, you're right.
Bionicle sets,
You're right.
man.
We'll
Sets
take
we
the
haven't
pencil,
seen, or at least
we'll
not
put
from
it
this
to the
angle.
side, and we're going to talk about this.
Yep. So,
All right, let's do it.
Dozens upon dozens and dozens of Bionicle images from the 2016 Winter Wave were found on LEGO's online cache about, I'd say, under a week ago. And it's a bunch of angles of all the sets, including high-res images of their boxes, different poses of them, their backs, the combo models with the creatures, close-ups of their masks, and it's
Their
all...
bio gears.
Yeah, their gears. It's
Their
it's
builds,
interesting.
their torsos.
And for the first time, we have actually been able to get a really good look at these sets and really like analyze them, because the catalog, it was somewhat good quality. We could see how the sets looked like, but a lot of details were obscured. The poses hid a lot of stuff, and they were not final at that particular time. Some things, subtle as they may be, have changed since then. So, without further ado,
Before we begin, Meso,
No.
do we have like a tally of the things you didn't get right?
I think it's just the mask.
How
I
absolute
don't
certain is Meso?
I think there's one
mean-
other thing.
To be fair, I never.
I'm pretty sure there's several
I
things.
mean, that diamond, am I right?
Yeah, the diamond. I'm very glad I never
Not-
used
not
the
only
words
the
absolute
diamond, but
certainty
Meso-
talking about the diamond. Or else I'd
Weren't
be
you
like,
also certain that they didn't have pixel-perfect recreations of the Nuva symbols on their chests?
Yep.
No,
that was
I
the
was
thing
not.
Mesa
I was not certain. I said they may not have pixel perfect creations, but they are definitely the Nuva symbols. And in the
Yes.
catalog, they
However-
did not, because Tahu's was like different.
I suppose.
However,
However, there's one part where you were right. They have the Nuva symbols on the foreheads, and Galli's is wrong. So,
Are you sure it's wrong?
yeah,
Wait, Galli's is wrong.
It's on its side.
Yeah, it's not wrong.
It's just
though.
oriented
It's just
differently.
turned.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
But that's
rotated
not
or flipped or whatever.
Accurate, I guess.
That's disappointing.
But it is accurate.
Whatever.
But it,
I mean,
the
the
not like
shape
the
is
symbol
accurate,
itself
yes,
is
but
different.
it shouldn't be on its side.
I guess not, but it's still. Yeah, it could be worse.
that's
Who are
that's
you
silly.
to
They could have
You're a
like
silly man.
inverted it, and that would have been worse. But at
Wait,
least
is
this
it
one you
even
can
on its
rotate
side? It looks like it's rotated and flipped.
Yeah, you're right. It is, because I was trying to
Oh.
do it too. I don't know what they did there. That's odd.
The flipping is
That's
bigger.
curious.
Deal than the
I'm thinking that's a rendering thing. I don't think that's actually how it's going to look.
We'll see.
I guess we'll wait and find out. I'm excited.
Either way,
So-
it's cool they've integrated those in as like. I'm not sure what
Yeah.
they are. If it's just a callback or what, but
Like I said,
with
I
the-
think it was last episode or so. There's currently a theory running around that they're runes that power the mask.
I'd like that. That'd
Which
be a great way
I
to
really like
incorporate
this
them
theory
in.
because if runes became like a, for lack of a better word, mechanic, that could be something that really distinguishes G2 from G1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It would be
Yeah,
absolutely awesome.
absolutely. I mean, they've got so many runes right now. Look at the runes, specifically Tahu. He's got runes all over his torso, runes on his leg. Oh, wait, no. No, those are just pistons.
Well, I also like it because I remember a while back when the book came out and we got like the Okoshin alphabet. We were like, well, this is weird because the thing that's in the animations, all the symbols we've seen, it's not like this. So what are those symbols? And we were speculating, oh, maybe it was an ancient version of the language or whatever. But no, if this theory is true, those can just be like mask runes. The runes that power
very
the
likely.
masks, not the runes people like write with. So
That's kind of odd, though, that the runes would be what powers the mask.
it is kind of strange.
Because like it seems like they are kind of going for the whole the mask had power. That's the whole point of the mask.
Yeah.
Although,
go around.
granted,
'Cause, I
this is
mean-
kind of an interesting way of explaining why they have power. Because I'm fairly certain it's a rather common explanation for why things have power. Like, they
Magic.
just have these intricate runes,
Magic and,
and
gold.
that kind of just...
I mean, in
Allows them to
typical
do things.
fantasy, yeah, if you're enchanting an object with some sort of magic power, you're making runes on it. In a traditional sense.
We've yet to see magic come into play in Bionicle,
Wow.
but we know it's there because that's how
Traditional, like the ancient wizards of our age used to do, and plant runes so they could summon their magical prowess. Yeah.
Well, that is interesting. Actually, that does make sense because, like, we do know that magic is definitely a thing. That's where the mask get their powers from. That's
Yeah.
like that's
At least
that was
the mask
said
of
on
creation.
the Facebook page.
And
Probably
they are
everything.
forged
Mask
out
of
of
creation.
magic.
Yeah, forged out of magic. So
And gold.
and gold.
Cool.
So that's interesting. Maybe the runes are actually for that purpose.
I
I
subscribe
mean, if
to
you're going to
this.
go that far, why not start enchanting things like, swords or
Why not?
boots?
Why not enchant Onua as
Yeah.
the gun
yeah.
drill?
Well, I guess because masks are just like ceremonial or traditional. I guess that might just be like a cultural thing.
I'm not
with
sure I
Bionicle
want it
characters.
to go
Culture.
that far, but it's
I
an
don't know,
interesting
maybe they
thought.
use like a certain material for masks that that's the only thing that they can enchant. But
Frodo
then
steel,
You could
I
still
mean-
say that you could like make that material into boots or something.
Now,
sure we'll see
if
it at some
this
point.
theory holds true, and the runes are actually playing a role in powering the masks, I've got to wonder. They've all got their Nuva symbols but they also have other runes to accompany them.
Yeah.
What do those do?
I do not know. Probably just more
Maybe
power.
like-
Well, some of them do, some of them don't.
The Nuva symbol is
Like
probably
Pohatu's
just
got a
the Nuva symbol is probably just another rune in a long list of many, but like it's meant for us to recognize and be like, oh, that's awesome. It's a good reference.
Maybe. I suppose. I guess we'll need to wait and see.
Onua
Yeah.
gets all his power from his right eye, apparently.
Yeah, he does.
Asymmetrical.
It's cool. It's kind of like tribal tattoos or something. I really
kinda-
like the aesthetic.
Onua
Yeah.
been in the slammer.
You know what? We've these images aren't necessarily, well, some of them are new, obviously, but like we've seen what these sets have looked like for a while now. We've had a lot of time to reflect on them and kind of grow our opinions, and now that we've
we doing
actually
this?
got
Here we go.
now that we've actually got full-fledged HD images with no confidential markings,
Here
we
we
can
go.
absolutely zoom in all the way and see all the pieces and
happening.
all the
Man.
the quote-unquote color schemes. And we can flip them around and look at how they're built and everything.
Let's rip off the Band-Aid right now. Pohatu sucks.
Let's talk about how we feel about these sets.
How do we want to go about this?
Let's just have it. Let's just throw something out
Okay,
there.
great
okay?
start.
We can-
Pohatu
we can
is
talk about it.
garbage.
Let's start
I
from-
think
let's
Pohatu is
start
a
from-
unique design.
Oh, dude,
I'm
Pohatu's
not
my
actually
favorite
that bothered
set.
by
Okay.
You're-
Well, let's start from
I
the
might
top.
be biased,
Let's-
but Pohatu
let's
is
look-
high up on my list.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Mm.
Get prepared for
See,
just the
see, like,
disgrace.
I didn't see anything too bad.
Let's,
Takuma's gonna get
let's
flushed
start
out of
from
the
the
arena.
top.
Did you just say you didn't see anything bad about Pohatu?
I didn't say that.
Not you, Viper.
I said he doesn't look as bad as everyone's like screaming about. Everyone was like complaining about how bad he was, and I went to go look. And I'm
Let's
like, really?
start from the top.
Okay.
Yeah, he looks generic and like no
GG
nothing.
Viper.
He
really-
looks garbage. Listen, anyone that likes this set, I hate you. I hate you. This set is awful.
we all
it's
hate you
awful.
too,
It's
Var.
the worst Bionicle set I've ever seen. It's worse than Solek. Who designed
Okay,
this?
listen
I wanna
here,
have a
buddy. I don't
discussion
know
with you.
about that.
I'm going to sit you down. I'm going to just have a lovely
all this
discussion
irrational
over some
nonsense
coffee.
spewing out your mouth right now.
And I'm going to punch you in the freaking face. This is such a bad set. It's awful.
My point
Let's start from the-
exactly.
Let's
If
start
there
from
needed
the
to be
top.
any more evidence as to see how terrible he really
Let's
is,
continue.
just look at that picture and see how his upper arms are attached to the Borat's armor.
Oh,
That's
oh
like-
no!
I-
Oh my gosh! I just saw that. This
Yeah.
is the first time
I-
I've seen that.
All right, I guess we're starting with Pohatu.
Absolutely
What the heck?
despise this set.
Oh.
Why would
Wait, what are we
anyone
looking at?
do that?
This is
I
going to
guess we're, I
suck.
guess
Looking
we're
at
looking
Pohatu's
at
shoulders.
Pohatu.
Yeah,
His shoulders, how they're connected to his arms. That's gonna be
Now-
so terrible.
So
All jokes aside,
no
I
gear
understand there are
function. Is that
people.
what I'm getting out of this?
Waist gear.
No, he's got a gear function. It's waist articulation.
yeah.
Well, I mean on the upper-
pterodactyls.
The waist swivels. No, there's no upper
His
gear functions.
arms,
That's old
his
news.
upper arms connect funnily.
Funnily.
Yeah, his arms are just kind of poorly designed. But it's just okay. Listen, I know there are people out there that like the set, and that's totally okay. I don't mean to insult you as much as I joke, but I just don't understand you. I just don't.
I
get
can't
it.
relate to you on a personal
I
level.
just can't. I can't relate.
How are
I
we
don't know
the
where your
same
brain
species?
is. I hate this set.
This dude.
I'm not saying the set is like good, but it's not awful. Like everyone's been shouting
It's
about.
pretty.
Yeah.
It's pretty
awful.
awful.
Let me
See,
explain
awful.
this.
Like-
since I have to,
I can't look at the set and objectively come up with any redeeming qualities aside from the mask.
That's what I ran into because
like
yesterday
the
we were
weapon
talking
design.
about it, and I kept trying to be like,
You like the weapon with the 14-ton stupid keychain?
I like the keychain better than the sword. I think the sword's stupid, but I like the keychain.
I think the
I like the
keychain's
idea that it's
dumb
kind of
and
like
useless.
it's kind of like a halberd with a little bit of a flail on the end. How practical
Dumb.
is
How
it?
would you
I don't
even
know.
use that? Like, just imagine
mean,
you're
look,
holding
I-
this weapon and you're trying to flail that thing around in combat. That would be so
you
awkward.
cut yourself.
I'm not saying anything about how
I
effective
know there
it is.
are
I just
weapons-
think it looks neat.
I know there are weapons in real life that have a similar design to this. So, like, I can't say that, oh, this looks completely impractical, it would never work, because I'm sure there are uses for it, and I'm sure, like, it's an actual thing, and I'm sure there's some kind of practical use. But it just looks silly. It looks dumb. It's like, to me, it feels like Lego just kind of sat down at their board meeting and they were like, okay, we need to come up with a design for pohatu. We should make some kind of cool reference to his 2001 counterpart, because that'll make fans buy it, because they eat up nostalgia like playthings. You're right. Let's do that. How do we do that? How do we pander to the 2001 audience? I got nothing. Just throw that piece in there. Okay, sure.
Just give him bigger feet.
Throw the ball in there. They'll love it.
Throw the ball.
See, yeah, I don't like the ball. I think the ball is like it just
The
it's
boulder
impractical.
is
Whoa.
conflicting.
See, I think the opposite. I think the whole
It looks
spear
impractical.
thing. That's what makes
like
it
if you want
impractical.
to swing a sword,
shut
and you got
up.
this massive boulder.
I would take
That's what I'm saying.
I would
Get
take
rid
the
of the
Not
sword.
a sword,
Get the
though.
sword
It's a
out.
pole arm.
Yeah, then
Well,
in
see,
that
that's what-
case,
like,
I
you-
agree with you.
This is my issue with pohatu. It's not that it's not like he doesn't really have any redeeming qualities, but I feel like he could be good. They just didn't do it. Like the ball thing, the mace could be a real weapon that would look interesting or cool. They could have implemented it in a better way, but I just hate the way they did it. It doesn't look good to
Yeah.
me. It looks really silly. It looks like
I agree.
it looks tacked on. It's like they just came up with it last minute.
It's like they were like, oh, let's just
And
put
then-
a keychain on the end of his sword.
I didn't even see the shoulder armor before. Like, I didn't even notice it, but now that you pointed it out, man, so, ugh.
How's that gonna?
also,
It's,
yeah, that's bad.
I don't like it. I hate the color scheme. I don't know why on earth they decided to go with this stupid dark gray, gross tan color right here and mix that
It's
with
like a
the
generic.
you dark orange.
color scheme?
as if that works together. I mean, maybe it would if it didn't also have the lime green
Yeah,
or the neon
um,
green.
I don't know.
Also,
I
so
think
there's
the
white
tan-
on his
the
shins.
The tan on its own would have worked, so long as they didn't also try and put in the standard dark brown, as well
Yeah,
as the
there's
burnt
too
orange.
much.
There are too many
There's too-
shades.
You're
There's many
right.
different
There
types
is
of
brown
brown.
in there.
They do-
too.
yeah.
Oh no.
And it's not as vibrant as it
Oh,
could
no.
be.
Too
because
many different types
tan
of
No,
brown.
no,
If
it's
the dark
it's
tan
too
was on
vibrant.
its own,
That's the
it-
issue.
Yeah. It's too
the dark
flat.
tan-
There's too many colors.
The dark
There's-
tan is too vibrant.
The mix
Yes,
is too vibrant.
yeah.
What?
What?
Yeah, not because of the dark tan. I'm saying there are too many shades of brown, which makes it too vibrant. It's a cohesive.
No, vibrant
it's
is
a mix.
bright.
Yeah,
Vibrant means
vibrant
bright.
would
I gotta-
imply
it's-
that it's bright.
Yeah, that tan is the opposite of bright. It's like
Muted.
Yeah, no, it's like gross.
muted and
Yeah, very
They-
muted.
Gross.
saturated.
I like
Sorry,
that.
no,
No, not
They-
saturated.
they-
Saturated would be the
Not,
dark.
no,
the
it's more like
dark orange, the burnt
desaturated.
orange.
It just looks
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
sorry.
very desaturated.
Yeah, that's
it's
what I
it's just a
meant.
gross color.
Desaturated.
It looks really gray and ugly, and that mixed with the burnt orange just doesn't really work to me. And like I said, it might work if it was just that, and like maybe the silver. But then you've got the neon green thrown in too. There's just too many
And there's
colors.
a lot
I'm
more
so
of
sick
neon
of
green
neon
than there was in
green, man.
2015. Because, like, in 2015, he didn't have it on his weapons and he didn't have any armor pieces. But now he has, like, 4 armor pieces and a weapon.
He did
It's
have
like
it on
they
his
just-
weapons.
Oh, yeah,
It's
you're
like they
right,
just
Borak
couldn't
has.
make up their mind as to what color they wanted to make them, and so they just slapped a bunch of colors on all over the place. And it's not even distributed evenly. It doesn't look good. It is not layered properly. It's just
3 dark tan
Bad.
parts.
Yeah,
and, like,
they've kind of done like the kopaka thing where they've got the white, like there's some random white piece on his shins that like they're just unless the
What?
color looks weird, like the lighting.
It's not white. All the white you think is on him, it's silver.
Yeah.
See, it looks white from
That's
this.
just because of the render.
Picture.
I understand.
And
We
like-
originally thought he was going to have
But I
white.
understand, like it's not distributed right. It's like only on his feet and his shoulders.
yeah. And I could forgive the bad color scheme if I liked the build, because like Kopaka's color scheme isn't much better,
No.
to be honest.
Yeah.
But he's also got a really like a good build. I like his build a lot, and I think some
I mean-
easy mods could be made to him to make him better.
At least
this
Kopaka's color
set-
scheme doesn't look ugly.
Yeah, this set, yeah, exactly. The color scheme's not ugly. It's just not like distributed evenly. This set, dude, it looks ugly, and I can't even defend it by saying, "Oh, the build's amazing," because it's not. He doesn't bring anything original to the table. He's so generic. Even the shoulder is done better on
Kopaka.
on Kopaka.
I was seriously trying to think
Like, it's
yesterday
just-
when we were talking about this, because I knew we were going to talk about this on the podcast. I was seriously trying to think of ways I could defend him, but I came up with a blank.
Yeah, just to
I
be a
mean, I
jerk.
can
you know?
think-
No redeeming qualities here to me.
I can think of factors that are pluses for him, but that's just because I need to review him.
Like,
I like his mask.
Like what?
That's
Like
about
what is a plus?
The set is undeniably bad, don't get me wrong. However, no matter how bad it is, it's always going to have the standard amounts of articulation, it's still going to have that function, and it's still going to have that build value.
So the things that are good about it aren't even unique to him.
Absolutely not saying they are. However, those are the only things fundamentally assured with this set.
Fair
Granted,
enough.
they're assured with any set.
At least he still has the articulation.
I think his mask turned out really well.
Yeah, see, I really like the mask, especially the one
But
in
see-
gold and yellow.
Yeah, that looks
That
awesome.
weird lime
Yeah.
color.
I like it a
That
lot.
looks awesome.
But then I had this discussion yesterday in the chat. It's like, well, I really like the mask, but I don't want to spend $15 for the mask and then just chuck the rest of the set away because I don't want it. Because
Yeah.
I don't really
Well, I
see.
mean, you can still use the parts for something.
Yeah, you
I'm not gonna use
I
that dark
guess,
tan.
but like,
What if he doesn't even
you?
like
yeah,
the
I'm not going to
parts?
use that dark tan for anything.
Yeah, no,
The thing is, the
there's
dark
not even
tan
any
is
good...
never used for anything.
There's like no good parts on this set aside from the recolored Vorox armor.
Yeah, the value isn't even
those
that
are-
I
great.
mean,
No,
even
those are-
then, you get that Vorax armor with better sets.
I
Like
mean,
Lewa.
I guess you get like the new torso stuff. That's always nice.
You can still get those in better sets, too.
Honestly,
this is
I
true,
Pretty
but I
much,
mean, if
unless
you're gonna scrap
you
Pohatu-
really care about the dark tan or those crystal pieces and the mask, you don't need to get this dude.
I don't
Yeah.
even care that much about the mask, because it seems like his is the one that changed the least from the 2015 version.
Kind
Like,
of.
there's
Yeah,
almost nothing
I would
different.
argue against that personally. I think it was one that changed the most.
I think
Yeah, I
Gali
think
is
it
the one that
changed a lot.
The least, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's
Gali
kind of like they
changed the
shaved down
least.
Gali's like spikes on her heads.
Like
on her
this
head.
mask still retains like the basic silhouette, but other than that, like it's pretty different as far as like the actual details are concerned.
I quite
It
enjoy it.
really,
I wouldn't
I
say
can't
pretty
get over
different.
this.
It's a
but
shape.
every time I look at that mask, Var, you made some comics, some hand-drawn comics way back in the day, and you had a very specific style when it came to the Kakama. This one matches that style.
It's pretty awesome.
Can't get that out of my head.
Now, don't even get me started on his ugly effing combo model.
Hey, Var, what do you
I
think
am-
of a combo
I
model?
haven't seen that yet.
I hate
Okay,
it.
Best combo
here,
model
see,
2016.
I can argue this with you. I like the combo
It does-
model. Bring it.
Wow.
Let's go.
Do you like it? Really?
I like it.
Nesso.
I like
Why
the
did you
brown
do this?
spikes.
Alright.
I'm using some more brown to his color scheme since he like lost his gold mask. It balances things out better.
Yeah, and it also gives him a lot
doesn't
more
balance
other colors
anything
too.
out.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're right.
here's the thing, Messo. That is almost a solid argument if the spikes had been the same shade of brown as his mask and his upper arms.
I mean, the mask is gone in
Is
this
it
combo
not?
version.
Oh, it's
so
not.
actually
It's
the
a
spikes
darker.
match
It's the
the
standard brown.
That doesn't hurt my argument because the
This
spikes match
set
the
just
weapon.
has, like-
the only part that remains
This
on the
set has
combo
just
model.
like all kinds of shades of brown. Has like
But then
50
again,
shades
that's
of
shades of
I
brown.
would
brown.
argue that it shouldn't be matching the weapon because the weapon can almost get away with being a darker shade of brown since that's supposed to mimic almost like a wood pole. So it can stay minimally brown.
Well,
If
I
you
mean,
add
the
more of
creature's a
that
wood
dark-
creature.
Dark brown, then you're just adding more to the mess. And
I mean, with the combo model,
fusion.
the burnt orange
Wait,
gets
are we
reduced
sure that
to
he's got
2
dark
pieces.
brown?
So, like,
Yeah.
technically, he has the
I'm
That's,
fairly
majority.
that's
confident.
definitely dark brown.
The majority of color in his color scheme in the combo model is actually Mata Brown and not burnt orange. So, like, the more Mata Brown that's there.
Oh my god.
I mean,
I didn't even realize that was Mata Brown.
Yep.
oh,
in
yeah,
that
my bad.
instance,
Mono
Meso,
brown.
that makes the upper arms even worse.
Yes,
It makes
yes,
the
it
upper
does.
arms stand out more.
You are right.
Well, okay, he should have. Was it burnt orange? Is that what's
Yeah.
used? There's so many freaking colors.
Burnt orange is what he
His
used in
upper arms.
2015 and what he uses on his mask right now.
He
Dark
should
brown,
just have freaking.
or the normal brown, is what
Yeah, no, there
Qatar,
shouldn't
the
be any
Scorpion,
stupid-
is using on his legs.
They should just get rid of the tan and just make it burnt
I don't
orange.
understand why they
should've done.
brought back burnt orange if they were just going to bring back brown the next year. What
What happened to the
understand
time when
why-
he was completely orange?
Why does he have 3 different shades of brown?
Because I'm just saying, I thought they decided that brown, as a general rule of thumb, didn't sell very well. So why didn't
It
they just go
doesn't.
back to their 08 theory and make it orange or something like that.
I don't know. I
don't
liked
want
burnt
it to
orange a
change.
lot
Well, we don't
better,
know that
to be
data,
honest.
I guess.
I mean,
No,
burnt
we-
orange was nice.
Yeah, burnt orange
fairly
is pretty
confident. We've heard several places brown sets do not sell well, and that's why they canceled them in 2006. That's why they changed. So,
I just, it's bad enough that I think pohatu is the worst toa of them all. But I also think the creature of stone is the worst creature of
Agreed
them all.
completely.
And then you
I
just
agree
slap that
completely.
on the
I
worst
hate-
toa,
I hate
and it makes
Qatar.
the worst combo model of them all. It looks awful.
I
It
hate-
looks like they just slapped a bunch of spikes on
I
him.
hate Qatar more than I do pohatu. This dude is a train wreck.
It's
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah, I do not like the creature of stone at all.
you see,
It's just
the creature
I mean,
of
look at
stone,
that tail, man. Look at the
said-
articulation in that tail.
The tail is why I really did not like Qatar. And it's also why I didn't have a very good vibe about the creatures in general. Obviously, that's kind of grown as time has gone on, but Qatar has not. Qatar is bad for several reasons. The red axles are so obnoxious on this one. He's got one out of nowhere recolored dark tan Vorox armor that pohatu could have used, but didn't.
You're right.
And then his tail, if you see right below that Vorox armor, his tail, it has a joint, so you can move up and down. But it can't move fully up because of the Vorox armor preventing it from doing so.
yeah, I can see
the
it.
Vorox
Not to
armor
mention,
kinda
his
blocks
arms
that.
are so short. The function on this guy is you turn the tail, and his blades go up and down. Well, first of all, he has no elbows. It's just blades. That's it. Second of all, they're attached in such a way where there are those obnoxious open axles, making it look unfinished.
And third of all, you have to turn the tail
open
side to side.
gears make it look.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it
And
look
you gotta turn the
naked,
tail side to
almost.
side, so the blades are never in perfect synchronization.
I mean,
Also,
that's kind
one
of a
final
neat
thing, and I don't know if
function,
you guys
but-
have noticed this. If you look at Qatar super up close, look right above his head, you'll see a tan piece. That is
mean
not the
the
same
gear?
dark tan. That's not the same
gear?
dark tan as the Vorox armor. It's original light tan.
Oh, come on!
Oh yeah, I see it.
he's got 4 shades of brown.
50 Shades of Brown.
50 shades of brown,
Unbelievable.
dude.
How did they do
This
this?
is all the stuff I've noticed.
How
about
did this
set.
happen? How did this pass certification?
There's 50 shades of browned up.
He's got
Man.
7 colors.
So, I mean,
Forget about being a creature of stone. He's a creature of turd.
wow.
Well, if you have lying pieces in your turd, I would recommend you go to a doctor.
All
In all
right,
seriousness,
so,
I do enjoy the combo
It's
model.
the radiation.
But
Yep,
I hate
it's
the
the
set.
radiation.
yeah, that's too.
I can't even say that I like just dislike it or that I just don't like have any like for it. No, I hate it. I like honestly looking at it makes me mad. I've never had that reaction
Welcome to
towards
the
BIONICLE set
Solette
before,
Club. Now you know.
but it's like they nailed it. Like they knocked it out of the park last year. What is this?
Well, I mean, we still complained about pohatu last year. How much, like,
I
he had
mean,
too much
Yeah,
silver.
sure.
Yeah,
It wasn't
but,
that he
like,
looked bad, it's that he looked really
But yeah, he
bland.
still looked good though. Yeah.
Yeah,
his
no,
color wasn't
Pohatu's
the
still
issue for
really
me.
cool.
It's just that he was too basic as far as build is concerned.
He was very bad.
All right, we've
And
been
now-
real negative.
Now he's super complex, but he looks hideous.
He's not even super
See, like,
complex.
It's a mess, basically. Like
It is a mess.
before, it's like with things with sets like so, like it was oversimplified, like the bionicle stars and things
Yeah.
like that. Now it's just too much. I look at the creature stone, I'm like, what am I even looking at? I
Zesk
just
was
see
so
a
much
bunch
better
of
than this.
gears and like
Yeah, it
pieces
was, gears
stuck
and, like,
together.
spikes.
Like, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
What are
It looks silly. It looks so silly.
been on a
As
negative.
far as I'm
spin.
concerned,
What are these?
I don't hate this set like you do, Var. However,
I hate it.
objectively speaking, it is 100% the worst of this wave and the worst of Gen 2.
Oh boy, worse than Skull Scorpio.
I mean, well,
Oh, yeah.
okay, I guess I should
Also,
say, maybe let me retract
Yes.
that. Let me retract
Yes.
that. Pohatu isn't the worst, Qatar is.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
cool with
no,
this.
No, that I agree
I mean,
with.
I was
yeah.
okay with Skull Scorpio.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
This
no,
set's
Skull
awful.
Scorpio visually beats these guys out of the water. However, Pohatu still has all of his articulation and his function and the collectability factor,
Yeah.
Qatar has nothing.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate it.
Yeah.
Well, we've been on a
Yeah.
negative kick. Let's move to a positive one. Let's talk about onua.
All right, let's. Okay, I guess.
I'm picking.
What do you want
I'm
to talk
picking
about,
that just
then?
because it's like one of the good sets. Like, what do you want to talk about?
I wanted to go in order.
Oh, sure, go for it.
We're all out of order.
Yeah, we started with pohatu.
So we started with
I know. I kept trying to insist. Let's start from the top earlier, but then everyone started yelling about.
Oh, wait,
pohatu.
what is
The
the
top
top?
is relative, like just because it's that way on our message board.
Yeah, it depends on what site you're looking at.
I'm looking
Yeah.
at the board.
Let's
So what
start
are you
from
looking
Let's
at?
start from the bottom. What's your least favorite set, and then move up.
I mean,
that doesn't
That
work
can-
either.
We start from the bottom and we work up
Look, it
here.
doesn't matter. We'll just do tahu. Tahu. Eh.
Tahu.
Okay. He,
Tahu's fun.
I don't know how I feel about his default form that much. It's kind of, I don't like the proportion. He's really, really tall and lanky and odd. And the biggest issue that I have with him is that he's got like way too many conflicting textures that just like collide
does
with each
look-
other. Like
Yeah.
he looks too inconsistent. Like you've got like, look at his arm for example. There's just 3 different armor pieces with completely different textures.
There
Yeah.
is a
Like you've
way.
got this like smooth plating, and then you've got this like tough like hair looking piece, and then
You
you've got
see,
like
I
the
was-
greebled look, and it just it doesn't really
And
work
then with the
together.
legs, he's got like heavily mechanized.
And yeah, and then he's got more in the legs where it's uber
And then
greebled,
crystal
and then crystal. like it just too much different stuff.
There is
Well-
a way to do like the whole over texturization thing, but I have not seen it done well outside of like maybe 40K and Darksiders.
Huh.
There is a thing too where like Var, you posted this image where it showed Tahu 2016 and Tahu 2015, and they're like in the same pose
Throwing
almost.
that up right now.
basically.
on the screen.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
That's where you really see
That
it.
picture was
That's where
really
you really
eye-opening.
see it.
Those comparison
Yeah.
pictures.
I was pretty on board with Tahu until I saw that. I'm like,
Whoever
wow, they-
on the Bionicle 2016
really,
topic made those comparison pictures between the sets. Thank you. You opened our eyes to the truth.
Yeah, it's like all it did to me was just tell me that like all those people out there in the community who are like, oh man, Bionicle's too simplistic now. It looks too simple. It's just Hero Factory. We need to go back
Now
to
it's too
G1.
complicated.
I hate every single one of you people. All of you. You're freaking idiots.
You ruined the theme.
You ruined Bionicle G2.
You ruined Bionicle.
You killed Bionicle.
You killed it.
Bionicle
Bring
Autopsy. You
back
kill
Bionicle.
Bionicle Revisited.
It's so clear that it's just like they had such a great consistency in 2015. Like, sure, maybe the parts are a bit too smooth, a bit too simple, I guess too plated.
Yeah.
But now it's just done the exact opposite. They've done a
overdone it,
complete
yeah.
180, and it's just awful.
They don't look like they're from the same line.
They
it's like
don't.
an
Yeah, they look like they're from
eyesore.
2 different lines.
Okay, I mean, if I'm being honest, comparing, they're like directly comparing these two Tahus. One looks like a Lego set, and the other kind of looks like the Chinese version of that Lego set.
Yeah.
Like the
Just a
bootleg
bit-
version.
It's just, it might just be the render and how it's reflecting off that torso and all the gold, but it just looks so plasticky with the render.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
especially
Probably
that
be the
torso,
same
like you
kind
can
of
see the
plastic.
highlights and everything, and it just.
Yeah.
I
That
gotta
being
say,
said-
though, this image, it really does display the whole shoulder armor rather
Yes.
well. Like, that translation, it translated very well.
Yeah, the 2016
Really?
version does pull off the whole shoulder armor look way better than 2015 did. 2015
Yeah.
still-
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah, I
like
think
the way
it's-
that the 2015 one had the shoulder armor. Thought that
Yeah.
was kind of
I
a
liked it.
bootleg decision.
I liked it because I could like fold it down over the
Yeah.
armor and like have it pointing like
I mean,
diagonally.
yeah, I like
upwards.
that you could like adjust it
Yeah,
and
that's
everything,
pretty
but
cool.
it just
do that
didn't
now.
look good. And I think that picture, that comparison picture, really highlights what I'm talking about. I feel
Totally, I get you.
it
There's
just looks
like-
so awkward.
One thing I don't really like looking at it is that like you've got all this amazing armor on his arms, and then like there's barely nothing on his legs,
Yep.
like on his thigh to be exact.
Yeah,
He looks top heavy basically.
He does, but I don't necessarily dislike that look. Like, I
It
think
just looks a
for-
bit weird.
It does look a bit weird. I
Looks a little
definitely
too
agree with
spiny.
you.
I don't
Tahu
dislike
is
it
just-
for the appearance it gives. I dislike it because that's the only gray bone that he uses on his entire torso. I mean, not his entire torso, his entire build, and it's the one that's exposed. So you have like
Yeah,
the color
that's also
gray
true.
That is a
introduced
good
into
point.
the color scheme.
Oh yeah,
Here's I think Tahu was a set that was
Stupid car.
specifically designed to be united.
Yeah, so that's what I
And
wanted to say earlier.
Looking at his united pose, this is a pretty great set.
Yeah, the United
looks
the United version
really
looks great. I love the United version. I'm going to display
It's
them. In,
still
like,
got all the
Yeah.
problems with the
The
armor,
gold-
but there's
the
like
gold
there's
works,
enough
the
there's enough
fireworks.
stuff there to really sell that look they're trying to
Yeah.
go for.
Oh, I do want to quickly say that I actually kind of disagree. Not necessarily disagree, but don't agree. If you know what
Nice.
I mean.
Yeah.
With
Neutral.
yeah, I'm neutral when it comes to his color scheme because I know a lot of people have issue with him having so much
Me
gold.
included.
Yeah, and like I see it, and I he definitely has a lot of gold, and I definitely think he could use more red, I guess. But it's like the way they have the set laid out right now, at least like I don't know how he is currently. It's hard for me to really see like what pieces should be red and like how that would actually look better.
I would honestly.
A lot
Because-
of people,
Yeah.
a lot of people, not necessarily going against the gold. They just like the large amount of translucent orange because it's an exotic metallic color right up against a non-solid color, and a lot of people don't like how that visually works.
I'm not one of those people.
A lot
I
of
think
people
that
don't like
look
that
is
he
awesome.
isn't solid and that he's more elemental than person.
I mean,
not
he
one of
looks
those
a lot like what I would assume an elemental lord would look like.
Yeah. And I mean,
Like
Fair
with
enough.
the fire on the
To-
thing, and like all the gold kind of melting into him.
to be honest,
and
with all the
two fire
variations we've
swords.
gotten of Tahu over the years, I don't really mind if this one looks like that. He pulls it off pretty well. The red is like on my list
this
of
one's
problems.
like the Omega Tahu.
On my list of problems
Yeah.
with all these sets, Tahu's
The Omega
like
Tahu.
lack of mana red does rank, but it ranks like really low. Because at the very least, he looked good without it. But I would prefer if he had just like 2 more parts. Because I mentioned this on the message boards, 3 mana red pieces, 2 of which are covered by gold, and 1 of which can be interchanged with gold. So like, in his united form, he has 2. And they're
I
covered
would
by
honestly just make. I would make either his forearm shell pieces red, or I would make his bicep armor pieces red.
That's what I'd do. Or made a
Or
mock-up and it looked much better.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
would say,
I'm
honestly,
assuming you're going to post the mock-ups in the
I will indeed.
in the video, Meso.
I
Okay,
do
yeah.
like the original Tahu that had the 2 differing 2 pieces to the torso. I feel like that might be back to what you were saying, Var. As to like where would you change to be red? I would say that would be like I'd say the lower part of that torso should be red, and
Yeah,
then
and
you could add some other stuff to it.
And I did kind of change that in the mock-up I made. So,
Right.
I guess just to clarify for that to the audience, like, I didn't try to do my take on how these sets should look as far as color distribution goes without really changing the color scheme, just how it's distributed. So those will be in the video for you to see how I kind of, what I have in mind as far as these sets go.
Yeah.
Because, got to put your money where your mouth is. I'm complaining a lot, so
Good stuff.
I'd at least like to show off something.
Oh, it's the real
that I think
MVP.
Oh,
is better.
I haven't seen your Tahu one.
The Tahu, see, that's my thing. Tahu, I don't really have a problem with Tahu. I don't think he's that bad. Like, I understand the complaints, but, like, I can get behind it. So it's like, when I tried to make my modification to Tahu, it's like, I didn't really have anything to change, to be honest. So I don't really like that one. The other ones, I think, are pretty solid, though. So.
Oh, I really like that. I really like how you changed that. That was really. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
But with all that said, I really do like his united form with Iker. I think he looks really, really cool. Phoenix Tahu is still
looks
as
epic.
cool as I thought he was back in the day when I first saw the picture.
Phoenix Tahu is
Yeah.
pretty friggin' amazing.
I really like it.
Well, like Ben said, he looks like the Omega Tahu.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like he united. Like you see that thing with like I don't
This
know,
is
Power
his
Rangers or
final
any one of those
form.
ones. Yeah, like he just
Yeah.
And what's so great is
Evolves.
the blue pins on his weapon actually work because he has blue in his color scheme.
Hey. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Except the blue
It's
Borak eyes
cyan.
are a little
I
odd.
wouldn't exactly go that far,
Cyan.
Mister.
But what about the tan in the weapon?
That was
Cyan.
awesome. What?
And what about the...
Tan.
Alright, so yeah,
See,
the
that's
like the
actually
light
a good
blue.
point you bring up, Takuma, because after I released that red blue pin video, a lot of people were inquiring about the tan pins, and I don't really know how to address that. Because tan isn't exactly on the color wheel But if you wanted to stretch it, it's kind of a subset of yellow, so...
I guess. Var, I think one thing that could have been adjusted in your Tahu edit was making the red that was already on the torso piece, making that gold. You know what I mean?
On the printing?
Yeah.
Making that gold? Okay.
Making the red printing gold instead.
Alright, would you say that the gold, like, plating itself should also be made red to balance that out, or just have it, like, blend
Just
in?
leave it
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
I see. Okay.
Well,
Or maybe orange.
that could be cool.
Maybe. But just not
Oh.
red, because that would... I think that's the problem here in your edit, is that now it just looks like there's a little bit too much red in his chest with so little gold
Yeah.
Well,
kind of
I
spread
think
out
that-
properly.
I think that works because you have to, like, the way VAR's designed it is that it will work well with Tahu's mask, with the gold mask, and with the Uniter. And that's the thing that really gets to me. I think it's just enough red to balance the excess amount of gold that you can add on to it. So I can get what you're saying, where like, oh, there's not so much, enough gold right now. There's a bit too much, or too much red. But when you combine it with having a gold mask, I think that it balances out. And especially when you do the whole
I just-
Uniter combination, I think it would.
I don't know, because I'm thinking it would look better if it was done in the way that Onua has right now, where his entire torso is black, but he has the gold printing to cover up a majority of like his chest, and then the
Onua is the
ab
real
area,
MVP.
I guess. Yeah, like there's one thing that Var's
Yeah, I
been
see-
doing
I see
with
what
all
you're
these
saying.
edits, where Var would edit like the torso pieces, make them both the primary colors. You know, I don't know, say the red on Tahu and then his gold, blend them together. Onua already does that.
Yeah, so that's the thing. I made all these... It's funny because I noticed this after making the edits, but I was like, it's kind of silly for the torso piece to all be one color. It doesn't really look that good. So, like,
Yeah.
I kind of used the 2015 color scheme to sort of make these edits, and I was like, let's give, the chest piece its own color, separate from the torso. It'll look better. Distribute the secondary color better. And I did that, and I was like, well, I guess LEGO could theoretically do this by using, stickers, I guess. Or maybe they could print it, but I'm not sure they would ever do that. But then I looked at Onua. He does that! He freaking does that! He's got the two-tone torso piece. He's the only one out of all 6 Toa to do that.
Well, I mean,
So why didn't they do that for the
technically-
rest of them?
I guess
technically it's one piece, and it's just the gold on top of the black.
technically,
That's what I said.
Tahu does
Print.
it.
Doesn't Gali do
but
that too?
It's
He
just
printed.
reversed.
Yeah, they do it, I guess, but it's just...
No, wait. I guess I'm confused because don't all the Toa do it?
They do it to a degree. It depends on which Toa you're looking at.
Well, I guess I'm looking at Gali.
Because
She seems to have the exact same design.
Sometimes they'll actually go ahead and do that. Other times it looks more like a blend, as if it's supposed to be a pattern instead of a two-tone.
Yeah.
Kind of like kopaka and pohatu.
Yeah, with kopaka, it's like it's a white torso, and some of the printing is white, so it really looks just like a pattern of blue.
Yeah.
Still there, kind of. It still has a
But, like,
similar aesthetic, but it's not pulled off as well as Onua, where it's a clear gold overlay, and then the print goes over that.
I get
Yeah,
you.
like
I
the-
get
like
you.
the-
I get you.
Like, the
I get where
printing
you're
is
coming
just the
from.
second, like the accented color, but not the secondary color. But Onua does both.
Yeah,
Right.
Gali does do it.
Speaking
So all
of
the Toa
Onua,
could theoretically do it, but they just don't.
Yeah, speaking of Onua, ha ha ha.
gotta say,
Yeah.
Onua looks stellar.
Onua's a boss.
Onua's...
Yeah, I'm looking at him now.
Yeah, Onua's great.
He looks
Onua is
so cool.
pristine. Like, look at the. You want good color distribution? Look at
Yep.
this.
Yeah. See, that's the
Yeah.
thing. Most of the complaints so far haven't really been built, like the build of the sets. It's all been like the actual colors they use and how it's distributed.
some complaints about
I
the
think
build.
if we want to look at a set that handles colors perfectly out of all 6, it's definitely Onua.
He also
I think
handles
he distributes all the
textures
colors
pretty
very well. Yeah, he does. Surprisingly, since he has the
See,
skeletal shoulder armor. But
It's not even just because the pieces being arranged the way they are, they look nice. It also helps that Onua's theme has always been amethysts and gems and other assorted minerals.
Amethyst.
So,
Yeah.
though
Assorted.
I know, man. What do you guys get me over one thing?
No, it's okay.
Onua looks great because he incorporates that almost elemental theme,
Yeah, it looks good.
especially
Yeah.
with
It really does.
Trans-purple
that
was the best
crystal
decision
piece.
they could have ever made for the Earth color scheme.
Trans purple was pretty great.
It was a great decision.
I'm
Definitely.
Much better than gray.
And gold works too.
The gold. See, that's the thing. The gold really works well with the purple. Purple and gold go pretty well hand in hand.
As far as I know, purple and yellow is a complementary color, which
Yeah,
is
they
what
are.
gold is
Yeah.
kind of.
It is.
Yeah.
Well,
Pur-
yellow
purple and
and
gold
technically.
are
Good.
often lumped together as almost royalty colors.
Onua
Right.
is the real
Yeah.
king of 2016.
Not to bring in the sports ball, but Minnesota Vikings.
Hey.
There you go.
Purple and
Yeah,
gold.
good.
TV
I guess
Sports
so,
Talk.
yeah.
We should do a Super Bowl
LA
commentary.
Lakers.
Yeah, TTV talks about
Let's do it.
sports. Um,
So, how about that
people
sports
play
ball?
football, right?
I still
That's
want to
the
do the
thing.
Super Bowl commentary. but-
You remember that one year when that one team was supposed to win, but that other team
Okay,
won?
yeah, back
Pretty
to
crazy, right?
Yeah,
So-
like
so
they were
Onua
supposed
looks
to get
really
a
great.
touchdown, but the other team got a field goal first.
Mad, you guys.
Wait, that's actually from the same sport,
That's
isn't
He
it?
actually-
was the
Same
one
sport.
set out
He
of
got a
all
home
6
run.
that I didn't feel the need to like edit or change. I
Yeah.
feel like he's fine enough.
Onua's got it made.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I had to change one thing about him, I don't know how I would fix it. It's just like, you know, that spot on the side of his torso where the bow rock eyes are. That's a little gappy.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I mean, it's gappy from that angle. If you
Yeah.
look at the Unity shot, it's a front shot of his torso. It looks fine.
yeah, you're right.
Onua has like the weakest.
But then his
looking
upper arms
unity.
are like gappy because of the Torian neck, and you can like see right through them.
Yeah, that is an issue.
It's just-
Man.
Granted, that
See-
can be just fixed with a pin.
Yeah, you're right.
But then, like, Anua's Unity is, like, it's weak. It's not really, like, interesting looking. It's kind of bland. But, like, it doesn't look awful. Like,
Yeah, I
Pohatu's-
know.
I hate
I'm not saying it looks
I
bad.
still kind
it
of like
just-
Pohatu. Maybe I'm weird. But like,
I
Joel,
don't
you
like
are
it.
weird. I honestly,
Yeah,
I can't.
What's
I don't-
there to like?
I like the color distribution. I like that spiky look it gives him, and I like the
What color
mask.
distribution?
I like the mask.
You
kind of
like the
goes over
color
the mask of
distribution.
stone, and it gives this like crown look, like all the others have. I think
No,
that
hold
looks
on.
good.
Let's go over
I
your.
hate that.
Let's go over your bull crap one step.
I already mentioned it earlier. I already went into it about how like
Colors-
the mono
Let's-
brown, like
instead,
colors
let's
was
instead
replaced with burnt orange.
instead of looking back.
No,
let's
no.
move forward.
This isn't about Pohatu. This is about
Keep
Meso
moving
and his
forward.
bull crap. Color
But I
scheme.
wanted
Do
to
you
talk
even know
about
the
the
meaning of the
sets.
word?
I want Jay's
Color
video.
scheme, do you speak it?
Do you speak it?
Listen, I don't want to fight it.
So how about the my apologies.
I'll
How
fight
about the
you
Mask
later.
of Earth? What do we think? Whoa. Okay, hold on. I just noticed something.
What's up?
What?
Bring it.
Jeez.
Meso, you were almost right. Just the wrong mask. If you look on his forehead, there is a diamond there.
Wow, you mock me.
Wow.
What is that? Amazing. Okay, well, I'll take it. No, I'm not
Although-
sold on the Mask of Earth. Like, it doesn't look bad by any stretch. It may look better than his 2015 one, but I don't like how open it is on the sides, and like some of the angles I've seen of it have been
It
less
looks
than
kinda
flattering.
fat.
I don't like how short
kinda like
it
it.
is.
It looks
If you
kind of
look at the
fat.
mask and head view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does look kind of fat. You know, Onua's like, he's basically the Luke Cage in a set filled of Jessica
Oh
Jones.
no!
And then, like, you have
he
one-
doesn't
you
have
one
those
thing.
amazing pecs.
Unless he has gold-plated pecs, man.
Well, I guess that's true.
Get
His
better than
pecs
that.
are pretty. Yeah, his pecs are pretty solid.
Overall.
I vote for moving on.
Overall.
Yeah, I think there's not really a lot to complain about with Anua. He's got a pretty solid build.
There's
and
not
pretty
much to
solid.
complain about. So let's
There's
skip
one
over.
interesting thing I will say, and I must credit this to the message boards. Actually, not the message boards. You don't get credit this time for all the cool stuff you do. This one was first noticed by someone on Eurobricks. The crystal armor is not actually gold mixed with transparent purple. It's gold mixed with clear.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Are you sure that's not just a rendering
I'm not.
error?
I don't know with absolute certainty,
Possibly.
but it's
Because that's
pretty
definitely
consistent.
purple on it on the front view.
Nope. It's all clear, man.
Yes. No, here, look at that picture. That's definitely purple. There is clear there, yeah, but it might just be a
Well-
rendering error.
In favor of Aerobricks' argument, if it is clear, it's showing right behind it, which is a purple joint.
Yeah, it's like reflecting through.
But I guess so. But it's a different
'Cause, like,
shade.
and the
I mean,
other clear.
We'll get
I mean-
we'll get the set. All right, we're gonna get the set in like a month. We'll talk about it then.
We
I don't
do
know, like,
think about
staring,
that,
like,
guys.
is this,
1
are we
month,
gonna-
and then these are gonna come out.
Get hype.
Oh,
Like, I did think
If it's
it's
anything like next last year, it'll be in 2 weeks.
Actually, I noticed it's on Terrac too.
Yeah, it's the same with him.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird.
you know,
I'm not saying like I'm sure it might be clear, but it's just like
I think it is
there's
clear.
If
Definitely
it
purple
is
on the
clear,
render.
I'm torn a little
So.
bit because I gotta say it's cool to have that kind of neutral piece. Like clear will kind of go with anything, really.
Anything.
But at the same time, I would have liked to have a gold-purple variant of that piece, and there is none now. So that's kind of strange. He's the only one that doesn't get it.
Oh well.
But
Let's
yeah,
move on to Gali.
yeah, golly, come on. At first,
mud-
I really
the
didn't like
Mudkip
her.
warrior.
She was like the one I didn't like the most in the catalog pictures, and I'm still not like as crazy about her as some people are. But she's very well designed. I like what she has going for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The weapon makes no sense to me.
Really?
Wait, what?
The weapon makes no sense to me.
How so?
Really?
Well, okay, in this case, the keychain is even worse, because what are you actually going to do with that little bitty thing?
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
I think that's really just kind of there.
I hate it.
Yeah,
when,
I
Aesthetic.
feel like
It's
that's
like
ornamental.
literally a keychain. Then.
I hate it when
And then what's
Yeah.
with the spinning circular spike thing? How is that even supposed to do anything?
I would presume it's like a Rotuka
Maybe
It
center.
it's-
is
weapon.
kind of oddly placed.
Are you
I don't know
supposed
what
to
that is.
like smack someone with the flat of the blade and then turn that thing on so it rips up their face?
I was kind of looking at it like a Rotuka
that'd be
spinner,
amazing.
where it like
It'd be just
launches
like
off,
Bioshock
but it
Infinite.
doesn't actually launch
It's-
off.
it's
It's just
not
like in
gonna
story,
launch.
it's meant to
Yeah,
launch off like a spinner. I guess.
I don't think
I'm
it
not.
is.
I am not a huge fan of like how her weapon is basically
It kind
Pohatu's.
of looks cool, but it's
Pohatu.
No, it's just,
Yeah,
it's
it
Pohatu
is
is more
basically
spikes.
Pohatu.
they're
No
just like
ball.
I don't know.
She does it way better than Pohatu does.
Yeah,
though.
it's the better version of Pohatu.
Oh, yeah, no, I get it. I just don't like that they have the same.
Yeah.
Weapon.
No,
I
I
mean,
agree.
look at it this way. It's actually Galley's. Pohatu just ripped her off and did it worse.
How do you know?
I guess.
Who wore it better, Gali or Pohatu?
I mean,
Since
golly.
when did this
Golly.
become hotter than this?
I will say that I'm kind of on the same page as Meso, where like I initially saw this set and absolutely hated it. But to be honest, this is my favorite set out of the line so far.
You're weird.
Better than Onua?
Which really
Yeah,
surprised
I mean,
Tahu?
Onua looks great, but I don't know. He's not my favorite. This I don't know. I liked Gali 2015. She was my favorite, and I think Gali 2016 is also my favorite. What really won me over though, like I think her standard form is good still, but like I fell in love with her combo form.
Really?
All right, let me look
Yeah,
at her
I
combo.
love her combo form. I think
Combo is boss.
Uh,
For me, if I had a build, I'd keep the
It's,
gold mask off, but the combo form's awesome.
not
I'm with Var.
feeling her combo.
With Var here.
yeah, I love the
It's got
combo.
the Gatling
It's really
guns.
funny,
It's
too.
got like the tail.
It's good.
It's like, you know.
Here's the thing
It's
that
got
wouldn't-
Gatling
I wouldn't-
guns and a tail. Yeah, that's so great.
I mean, Tahu's got wings, I guess.
Wings, I guess.
So
Onua's
like
got
it's
like
much better.
claw pads. And
yeah, he's got like claw shoulder pads, I
Well,
guess.
I mean, the shoulder pads. are
Pohatu's
like,
got random
they
spikes
give him that bulk
everywhere.
I mean,
that he lost.
I'll take
I do
wings
kinda-
over
I
these
missed that.
stupid contrived turrets on her shoulders.
Contrived.
No,
No,
Contrived?
the turns aren't the thing that gets me.
Turns.
It's the, and I'm gonna be meso for like once I here, but the stupid asymmetricality with the orange pieces.
Yeah,
on
I'm
her
not a fan of
arm
asymmetric.
and her leg. That's what throws me off.
I'm gonna be
oh,
frank.
I'm not bothered.
That does not exactly bug me because
Will you
she's
stop
actually
being frank? Just
Sorry.
be
yeah,
LJ.
why can't you be Jim?
the set is somewhat symmetric because on one side, if you look at her left leg or right
Yeah,
and
yeah,
go
yeah.
up
Yeah,
to
dude,
the left,
She
I
is
know.
the Furno
I'm not- that
2.0 of the new generation.
That's not symmetric, though.
That's still not symmetric.
She's Furno
though.
2.0.
Yeah, it's not
Well,
symmetric.
she's patterned at least, not symmetric. No,
Right,
there's
but I
there's
would
a type of
rather have her
symmetry
have-
that this is
No,
called.
see, like,
it has a name.
It is.
just balance, it's not
thought
symmetric.
I wanted that, and to be honest, like Var, you made your mock-up. I actually like prefer it like this. To be honest.
Yeah, that's cool.
The one thing I would do differently, I like that look of where it's like colored differently in diagonal patterns, but I've tried to put Skrull Vorok's armor on like a CCBS bone before. It doesn't work. And this is exactly
doesn't
what they're
look good,
doing
no.
for her upper leg, and it's not gonna work. It's gonna be incredibly gappy. It's no. Not a fan. That's my only complaint.
I don't
I
like
was good.
I don't like the gold and the silver being. I don't know. It just looks uncanny.
Right,
to
that's
me.
Yeah,
my
I don't like
only.
that
I mean,
either.
I wouldn't give her the golden mask. That's the only
Agreed.
thing.
It kind of looks silly.
It
It does look very silly.
because she doesn't have gold anywhere else.
But
Yeah.
I don't care about the golden mask because she comes with another mask.
Oh yeah, everything else I
She's got
I
a
like.
unique visual identity
So-
to her.
why does she have the two orange pieces on her shoulders or on her thighs? Probably on her shoulders is when they work best. I don't know why they just had one and then another, and then like they flip them around, and they don't
choice,
even
man.
look like texturally. They don't look the same.
I'm honestly,
They don't look the same aesthetically.
I'm just not
they don't
feeling
look.
Gali at all.
I just.
I love
they don't
her.
even like are
I mean,
arranged
she's
the
not
same.
bad, but she's just so
one's
boring.
up in the air.
She's really
Boring?
boring.
Really? You would describe her as boring?
Totally.
She's one of the more
So-
boring, but I wouldn't
guess.
go so far as to call her boring.
Yeah, I don't think she's
She's
boring.
has just as much
think she's
complexity
totally
as her
boring.
2015 variant did.
I'd sooner buy Pohatu, but that's probably because I'm more invested in Pohatu's character.
Oh,
Yeah, you're a Creed. I can't
Okay,
agree with
I
you.
like Pohatu. I like both of them. It's
You
just
like
fun
them.
to
Well,
watch
you
on
know,
screen
blasphemy
time.
to me.
You know what makes it look boring? There's just too much silver.
Too much
fight
silver.
the power,
Nah.
Takuma.
Yeah, that's how I
Silver
felt
looks
too. That's why I got rid of some of the silver in my mock-up. But
Yeah.
Lego has some
Like
obsession.
I would
with
like to
silver.
see some more vibrant colors. I don't know. Is silver just easier to print because it's like
I mean,
a default color
let's take
for
a look at this
plastic?
here. The silver hands and feet are a staple. I thought I had disliked them, but when Var made the mock-up and like other people made mock-ups, they're important. And then we have the crystal piece, which
yeah,
is
I think
a
they're
blend
important as well.
of like metallic and transparent. And then we have the torso, which sure could be a different color. And then like
I mean, the
rest of
thing
stuff
is, she doesn't differentiate all that much from her 2015 counterpart. The torso's still silver there.
Well, I'm saying that was a flaw in her 2015 character.
well, it's-
I would not agree to that personally.
I feel like there
wouldn't
needs
agree
to be like too much silver just makes the set look too bland. And
that
the-
I can agree to that. Yeah, that's very
Yeah.
true.
I
However,
do agree that her combo model is better because it does add more like of that blue with the tail and with the turrets.
Thank
you
you.
know, so
One thing that I
But-
don't really like about Gali is her freaking. I don't like how she has this transparent dark blue shells over these transparent light blue bones.
okay,
Yeah, no, I don't like
that's
that either.
pretty questionable.
I don't like that
Yeah.
either.
I really don't like
But
that.
but I can overlook that. I don't mind it that
Without
much.
a doubt, the thing
Yeah.
that I dislike most about her is like pretty much everything else so far. I'm on Var's side, like 100%. I really like the set. The mask kills it because it's like you have this really great
Really?
lower
Yeah.
half. It looks awesome. It looks great, and then you get to the top half, and it's a shower cap. That's what it is.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not liking
She's
this.
got like
I
slick
do
back
not
hair.
like the whole aesthetic.
It looks
Yeah.
like
She
blue
looks
hair.
like a
the hair
greaser.
and like that.
I was just about to say that.
but
My name is Pony Boy Curtis. Stay gold, Tahu.
that's just like a symptom of
Grease
Honestly,
in
the
general.
three.
Though it's not so much a problem with Gali. They all have it.
The gold mask I
Yeah,
like
no,
better.
I hate that aesthetic for all the Toa.
I like the gold mask better because I do like that it fades into a transparent blue at the top, and I feel that works.
But that
better.
doesn't matter because you've got Ikura, or not Ikura, but the Akita on it.
Right, Akita will cover that, and additionally, too, there's no gold on the rest of the set. So if you just use the the golden mask, it looks off.
Yeah, I would not wear the
Lego
gold mask.
conned us all into getting
Right,
to
so-
use the gold mask, except for Gali, where it looks terrible.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't get why it's silver on the top, and I wish it wasn't. I really do not
See,
like
I
that.
wonder if it would look better if it was swapped round.
I
Like
wonder-
her mask
maybe?
was silver.
Maybe.
Silver, but then fading into blue. That's interesting. I didn't try that. Because I did give her a solid blue mask, and I'll tell you right now, it looked awful. It did not look good at all. You need some kind of silver there.
You
for it to
need
look
that
good.
transition.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the transition needs to be there.
Well, that's assuming that you keep the top half of that mask, which is what I'm not just saying. Oh, change the
Yeah,
color.
fair
I'm
enough.
saying completely redesign the top half of that mask.
yeah.
her mask
it looks
also
very
bugs me.
similar to Nokama Metru from
that's
The
Yeah.
bottom
Right.
half, the bottom half, I like. I really
Does
like a lot.
evoke Nakama Metru.
Yeah, that's the part that hasn't changed, the bottom part, because you know, we all like the bottom half because it's from 2015,
no,
but they've
I
changed
don't
the
know.
top, and the top doesn't look. The top just, I don't like the top. It just looks like hair.
Yeah.
The mask.
Same
the
common
top part of
tahus
that,
as well.
The top part of the mask is really what kills it for me. Because like you guys
Yeah.
were saying this whole time, the bottom half looks fine. Then they got to the top and then they just got lazy with it. They didn't even get creative or nothing. They just gave her,
Get
like
creative.
Vanessa said, a shower cap. But meanwhile,
That's fair.
Lewa though.
Yeah, okay.
Lewa looks great. Lewa's perfect, but I don't like
Lewa's
him.
fantastic. It makes me so...
don't like him?
I like Lewa. I would
What?
put-
Why?
Power
you said you don't
distribution
like
on
him?
Lewa is really good. I just don't.
Yeah, I don't like him.
I'm with VAR. Yeah, like everything about him objectively, I think he's a good set.
How
but
do you
I
not
give him a
like?
9
How
out
do
of
you
10,
not like
for sure,
him?
but I don't like him.
How do you not like him? But you like stupid Gali?
Well, see, that's the thing, though. Being a perfect set doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to like it, though. Like, I like the imperfections of Gali because I think it works for the set. I think it gives it more
What?
character. Lewa is
More
almost
character.
too good that...
You like the asymmetricality? With
I do.
The
I actually
Well,
the
no,
dumb
I
looking-
don't, because
you like the dumb bland mask with the shower cap and
See,
the dumb
I can actually-
transparent
I can-
Leave VAR
shells
alone.
on it.
what I do like is actually being able to
What
defend
is
myself
wrong
without
with
getting
you?
trampled on, you freaking idiot.
This is how it is, Var. This is how it
No,
is.
I don't like the asymmetricality. I don't like the asymmetricality because I changed it in my mock-up. Look at that if you want to see how I like the set, or how I would want the set to look. With that said, though, I like the colors better. I think green and silver is just boring.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
completely am
just
with
saying
you.
this.
Boring than blue and silver.
Up till now, I had been like,
Blue and silver and orange, yes.
The orange does work.
If green
for
had,
Gali.
I mean, if Lewa had more yellow,
yeah,
then
up
he
till
would be
now,
fine.
I've been willing
here's
to,
the
I've
just
been willing
green
to give
silver.
Lewa
The
like a fair
biggest-
shake and
Dude,
be like, okay.
it's freaking unity, man.
Okay, I'll give him a fair shake.
look
and
at the
wait till I see
unity.
the final version of it.
Yeah, but Tahu does it better, so I don't care.
But like now that we've
The
actually
thing with
seen,
Silver
Lewa isn't
in
even
general.
necessarily...
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily even say that it's the green and the silver, necessarily. I think he just has too much silver. And this is where we
Yeah.
come back to the torso debacle, because
agree.
it's just a large piece that takes up the majority of what you're looking at.
Yeah.
It's just
His
a huge
midsection
chunk
should
of...
be
bleh.
green.
now that we have finally seen the finalized images, I've been willing to give him a fair shake. But up till now, I just have to say it. Getting rid of Keytorange was a bad move.
Yeah, I
agree.
kind of
Yeah.
agree.
I think he needs some yellow.
Yeah, I agree too.
I
don't
mean,
get
like,
the weapons.
originally... what was that, Takuma?
I hate his weapons as well. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
understand.
weapons are
They
stupid
look
on
cool, but
Lewa.
they're gonna-
I thought they were
gonna
stupid on the
spin.
Protector of Fire, and they're stupid on
They're
Lewa.
gonna spin so much.
These are worse than the Protector Fire, in my opinion.
They look like skiing.
Nah.
The like, you know, you go skiing. It looks like,
like
those-
the
It looks
elemental
like
batons.
it looks like someone took skis, grabbed them by where the boots would go, and just like sharpened up the edges or something.
I mean, at least it looks like
Yeah.
something. Protector of Fires, I couldn't make out
Backwards
what those things are supposed to be.
Well,
They were
they're
flaming
both kind-
cranks.
They're
Flaming
similarly...
cranks.
They're within the same
Yes,
general
like crank
weapon
handle.
type. They're kind of like tonfas.
Tonfas?
Hanma.
Okay, I'll give you
Tonfas?
that. They do tonfas. Yeah, you don't know what a tonfa is?
No, do not know what a tonfa
Never
is.
heard of a
All right.
tonfa.
Well, all right,
Okay,
I've-
you know the
There,
sticks
I
that
liked
the
it, I liked
police
it.
have?
I linked it. It's easier that way.
Oh, no, I just Googled it. I know what you're talking about. In which case, I like it.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
oh yeah.
But I don't get the really long part at the bottom with that system sword piece.
And I don't quite understand
just looks
that
weird.
either.
I can tell you why.
Yeah.
It's
They
there.
could have just kept it. Why?
Because the weapons are going to spin around so much, it's going to be difficult for them to hold a pose, and you're going to have to like put that behind his legs in order to
Yeah,
like
it's there for
prop them up
balance.
or balance them.
Which is gonna drive me absolutely nuts.
Yep,
Let me tell
me
you.
both.
And just
So-
overall, I really like this new sword piece, but it's getting used way too much. It's on everything.
Yeah.
All of them have it, but I don't know
It is.
Yeah, I don't like it that it's been reused.
Too much silver and too much of those sword pieces.
That was something I liked
Too
about
much
2015
texture.
and also disliked, because I thought they did a good job of like giving all the Toa unique weapons, which is really
Yeah,
cool.
I really like
Except
that.
for Tahu and Kopaka, which I complained about because they were the only ones that did have like just the exact same thing.
You know, I didn't mind it.
I
though,
was
though.
always I loved the original Kopaka having a circle shield, and I really was hoping they'd bring that back, and they didn't. And that's my big disappointment of 2015.
Yeah, he had more of a
Didn't have that.
buckler than a shield.
Yeah, exactly. So honestly, that would be my big like complaint if all of 2015 would be that, and I guess pohatu not having more brown.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Like Lewa, he may
But,
not,
like-
he may have some flaws, but I do think he is one of the stronger sets. to be honest.
Yeah.
He is.
I agree.
Like,
Can't-
no, like, don't get me wrong. He's a
Yeah.
strong set. He's one of the best. 9 out of 10. He doesn't really appeal to me.
Yeah, he looks a
Yeah,
little boring
and see,
for my
that's
taste.
perfectly understandable.
His
No,
arms,
it's
his
not.
arms are gonna get real old real quick.
Then I like how I was able to sit there and listen to all your points against Gali and objectively take it with stride.
Nope. You're
Second,
wrong.
I'm like, I
You
like
don't know
Gali
what
more
you're
than
talking
Lewa. You're
about.
like,
Nope.
oh, you did
No,
Var,
because
come
there
on.
is something wrong with you.
But I want to talk about Lewa for a little bit because on the message
Let's not
boards,
do it.
Let's
we've
move
been
on.
getting a lot of. We've been getting a lot.
Good
Wait,
now.
what?
Let's move on. Let's
Are
talk
we done
about
with Lewa?
Kopaka.
Let's move on.
You're gonna talk about it now.
I wanted
Talk
to
about
address
Kopaka.
some message boards comments.
shut up.
Go on.
Shut up then. What, LJ?
Thank you.
Let's
A
talk
lot
about
of people have been mentioning that Lewa has yellow axles, size 3 yellow axles, specifically
yes.
on his back.
I was
and
the
on
first
his
one to
lower
point that
legs.
out. Dang it.
And
God, Ben.
everyone has been saying, "Oh, yellow axles now versus the red axles and the blue pins. What's happening?" The yellow axles work fine on Lewa.
Yeah,
they're not
they
in
do.
any other sets aside from Occur, so I hear, but they work really well for Lewa because it
Yeah,
does distribute the yellow.
I was really confused about that, by the way. I kept seeing people like tag you or mention you or like, oh
Yeah.
my god, Lewa's got yellow axles. LJ's gonna have a fit. And I'm like, wait, why would LJ have a fit?
Because
It
it's
works with the
only a
color
matter
scheme.
of
It
time.
works
This is
very
a recolor that is introduced here, but you know it's not going to stay here.
It's not introduced here. This is not a
To
new recolor.
Bionicle, it is
Yeah, it's not
introduced
new.
here.
Yeah,
and by
no.
the summer wave, I
Yeah.
guarantee you it will be in other sets where it doesn't work well, because they would
I
never
disagree.
use a piece just for the sake of like matching up a color scheme. They're rolling out a gradual recolor. This will be the replacement. For
I mean, you
size
say
3
that, but they
axles.
added light blue Balrock eyes to
Those
Tahu.
aren't new to my knowledge.
Yeah, you
Same.
Well,
Um,
neither is this piece.
So-
first. Wait, we've had cyan Borak eyes.
I
before?
can't swear to it, but I think so. And the
Because
thing with
here's the other
Lewa is,
thing,
like,
Messer.
you can
You
say the
say
yellow
that-
works well, but he doesn't use yellow in his color scheme. He uses Keto Orange. The Unity mode uses Keto Orange.
but
The
he still doesn't
Chess
throw
Print
it off.
uses
No, he
Keto
does
Orange.
not. Chest print uses yellow.
Chess Print is Keto Orange.
Yeah, he
The
does.
spike tips, those are
Yellow.
Keto Orange. Calling it now.
Is this a
Maybe,
new
but
bet?
his waist is yellow.
His waist looks to be lime green with maybe a little bit of yellow, yes. Or that could be Keto Orange. I don't know.
With yellow patterns.
Either way,
Here's the thing, Meso. You do say
He
that,
still has
however,
yellow.
Qatar uses the single dark tan Vorax armor that we have seen.
I'm just saying I know how
That
Lego
was
works with
specifically
pins.
made
and
for that
This is
set.
pointless to argue, but you'll see. Eventually, this will be integrated.
Oh,
We've
man.
already got
So,
Fenny
all right,
going.
listen.
You and your
listen.
absolute certainty.
Who cares? Yeah, shut up.
Listen, yeah, Meso, you're not really
It's kinda
batting
detracted from
100
what I
here
wanted
when
to
it comes
talk
to
about.
I'm just saying.
yeah, when it
I
comes to
know
like predictions of what Lego's gonna
exactly
do.
how Lego thinks when they put
No, guys, can you
axles
see it?
and
There's a diamond.
pins
There's a
into
diamond
a set
inside the mask.
because
it's
everybody
a
is
diamond. It's
beneath
totally a
me.
photo.
Speaking from the perspective of fans that like brought it up to LJ, I'm just explaining their rationale.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
put
think that's the
everyone beneath you.
rationale. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
But it
yeah.
doesn't make any sense.
No, I think the rationale was, OMG, different colored pins. LJ's gonna freak, lol.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I think the rationale was too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, I don't personally believe it's on Occur either. I can't find any image that shows a yellow axle on him.
I don't even
Although
know.
everyone had been telling me that there was. I just can't find it. Anyhow, with Lewa, I definitely think he just has too much silver. If they gave him more of the green, specifically just make his torso green, make that a solid color, and not this metallic business, he would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
However, I really like what they're doing with his arms, the look, not the design. I like what they're doing with his legs, the design. And I'm glad that they're kind of... I love the pattern on his chest.
Yeah, it's awesome.
His Numa symbol translated very well.
Yep.
Oh, I found the yellow pin, LJ. It's on the on his back.
Oh, okay.
Look
Awesome.
at the action shot one.
All right, I'll go ahead and find that in a sec. I also really gotta say that Unity really contends with Tahu. Really like
I think
it.
Tahu
really
does it
good.
better personally, but it does look good.
I think thematically it does work with Tahu a bit better, especially considering they're pushing it so heavily on the posters. However, I do really like it on Lewa too.
I do
Yeah,
like
no,
it on
it's
Lewa.
really good
I
on
feel
Lewa.
like it does balance out that green, which he really needs. And the thing about that is that, like, although Tahu does it better, lewa needs it more.
Yeah, that's a fair argument.
It makes more sense for lewa to have it, to be honest.
Does he need it more? He can already fly.
No,
No.
lewa is improved by it
That's in the
more.
story, but, like, he needs that green. Lewa does, like...
right, okay.
He is
see what you mean.
improved
Yeah.
by it more.
Yeah, he's
aesthetically.
really
Yeah, I
improved
got
by
what you
it.
mean.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I can agree to
overall,
that.
while this set is definitely not going to appeal to everyone, such as yourself are, I personally really, really like this interpretation. Maybe not more than 2015, but I'll enjoy it.
I'm happy.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, just to clarify, like I can fully admit it's a good set. I like the set a lot. It's just it doesn't really appeal to me. It's
yeah,
not like
just,
my
just
top
not your
pick.
taste.
And I want to make one last note. I really love his mask this go around.
Mask is good. Mask is better than 2015, hands down.
Yes, definitely.
Silver and
No
gold.
more
Var,
Cyberman.
I still
I
can't.
guess.
I still can't find this
yeah.
yellow axle.
Yeah, I don't think there is a yellow axle.
And
No,
at least,
it's on the action shot.
Where though?
Look
I'm
at the
looking
back
at-
under the wing.
come on, dude. I pointed it out to you before.
Yeah, it's under the wing.
Under the wing.
Yeah.
Hold up, let me pull up the picture again.
Because where that gunmetal
Click the
piece
action
attaches to the body, that's a gray axle, and where the wings attach, that's like the piece itself, and that's gold.
No, not where the wings attach, but under where the wings attach, right above his leg. It's a yellow axle. Yeah, to the right of the gear, underneath the blue pin, underneath the yellow spike, but right above the leg, where there's a trans green piece, there's a yellow axle.
Trans green.
I'll link the picture I'm looking at.
I was gonna say,
look at the
LJ,
back
which one
shot,
are you
too.
looking at? Are you looking
Okay,
at
yeah, we're
XR
looking at
or-
two
The
completely.
the action shot. The
Oh
one
no,
is
Yeah.
titled
Var,
the
Var,
action
Var.
shot.
We're
Var,
looking
the
at
problem
two
was you
completely
said-
different creatures.
You said Akir.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone had been telling me it
wait,
was
what?
on Akir, not Uxar. Yeah, no.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. That explains a lot.
My bad.
No, it's all right. It's fine. Okay, yeah. In that case, but it
still
really
works.
works for Uxar here too. Also, Uxar is kind of a weirdo because
You're kind of a weirdo.
he's got a lot of gray, and I don't understand why. Like his spike pieces, those aren't black; they're dark gray.
Yep.
Yep.
Strange. Anyway,
Yeah.
Kopaka.
not-
You know who
not really
Uxar
that weird,
looks
though.
really good with,
No
though?
skipping. Kopaka.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
I
let's
know
not
what
get to
Kai's
that
about
yet.
say.
Kopaka and Melum.
Okay. Yeah, no, he looks
Yeah.
good with Kopaka.
Okay, can I just say this? Kopak and Melum on that front shot. The crud happened to Melum.
Yeah, you got,
Yeah, I know, right?
you got butchered. The render was not kind to him. I don't know, man.
There was
that
not
render
kind of...
got wrecked.
It's like someone did the select thing and then moved
Select.
it and still hit delete.
Shut up, Maso.
Shut
up. Shut up.
That is. I didn't even notice that. That's kind of
Yeah,
funny.
it's pretty strange.
Yeah.
It's like he got just cut off.
It's
like
not
moved
like
out of
that on the
frame.
box art,
Yeah.
which is
Pretty weird.
weird. But,
Well,
Done goofed.
Kopakas.
here's my thing with Kopaka. Still no shield. Very disappointed,
Got
Lego.
Yeah.
0 out of 10.
He's got a
Try again
bum.
next
Somebody
year.
on
he's
the
got like a
Boards.
little fist
No,
guard.
he has a
thing.
shield.
Yeah, somebody on the message boards made a really funny image where Kopaka goes up to Lego. He's like, alright, I want a shield. Lego, he reaches into a bin and he gives him a shield, and Kopaka's like, that's from the kids menu.
Yeah, it's like that's a very, very, very small shield. It's like a wrist guard.
Yeah.
That's like a wrist guard.
That's not a
He's always-
shield.
He
That
always
is-
starts
that's-
out
It's a
with-
shield.
It's
You may
barely
not
more
like
than a
it, but it is a
bracer.
shield.
It is a
Thank
shield.
God.
It's a handguard.
It's a shield.
Yeah.
Hand shield.
It's
I mean,
so he
it's-
doesn't
yeah,
get
it's a shield.
It's so he doesn't get disarmed when he's shot in the hand.
Yeah.
If anything, it's closer to his buckler from 2001 than his 2015's shield
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
I mean, fair enough. I'll give you that. But even still,
It's just not round.
It's not round. I want a round shield, like an actual like Spartan
Yeah,
shield.
good luck with that.
I'm
Is
not
it
sure if I would
Spartan?
like
Is
a
it
round
Spartans?
shield.
Yeah,
TBH.
I'm not sure
Dude, that
how
said,
it
I like
works
his sword a
Yeah,
lot.
sword's okay.
aesthetically. Yeah, his sword's cool. That hilt, though.
It's got new pieces. There's
Yeah,
like
the hilt
That
I'm
looks
thinking of.
really cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It looks really
chill.
nice.
But either way, looks awesome. I really want to like Kopaka because
think it's
his
a new piece.
appearance, gives off a really imposing stature. He looks really good.
Yeah, here's my thing about
Yeah.
Kopaka. I feel like he's got the best build of them all, but he's just got his colors just don't help him.
It's just the one
that
bit of
dark
gold.
blue.
I don't
the
mind
one
the
bit of-
dark
Blue's legit.
No, I don't mind the one bit of gold because his combiner and his gold mask and everything make up for that.
Well, yeah, but
Once
If
they're
he
all
didn't
combined,
have it-
he's like Tahu in a way. Like he's built for his combiner, and it
Yeah.
makes more sense because his set comes with the combiner. So you buy that set, and that you can actually do that like right there.
Granted,
and for me, that makes it okay.
It's kind of an issue if he can only look good when you don't have two different sets to play.
There's not two different sets; it's one set.
I know, I understand that. However,
Models.
let me rephrase: two different figures. If the figures have to be one to make it look good, but they're advertised as being split apart, I feel like that's a little bit of a cheat.
Kind of, but like if you think of like they are out of all the Toa set, they are the
The box
combiner set, 'cause they
advertises
come
the
as-
combo
they
model
come
is
as
the
one.
only one to include the combo on the box. But yes,
Right. It's
I'm not-
the idea is that these two sets are separate, but they're supposed to combine into one. That's why they're packaged together.
I'm not trying to excuse Lego's
and because
like
of that,
stuff.
I give it a pass.
He could have used at least one more gold piece to distribute it. I hate the gold,
He
but like
could've.
as much as I love the Metro Blue,
I think-
it's like the gold is fixable very easily. The Metro Blue is not. The Metro Blue is fixed as it is. Through
Gold-
parts always.
Gold could have been on his chest piece instead of the white. They should have done
Yeah,
dark
I
blue
think they
and
should have
gold.
gone with 2015 style, just like my mock-up, and just put gold on the chest and gold on the shoulders, and he would have been great. But I mean, like Kahi said, I don't think it's that big of a deal because they do include that other piece you can add to it to make the color scheme a bit more balanced.
Unless you're somebody like me that
However,
hates
with
the
that
look
said,
of the
the-
paw piece over the scroll armor, I won't be doing that. Then I'm basically screwed.
Yeah, well. I guess so, yeah. But the Metro Blue, not really easily excusable.
No.
So
He's like, I really want to like,
Not really.
but I don't know. I don't know.
I
I
really
wish it
like
had been
his
in
mask, personally.
lesser quantity.
His mask is
Dark
boss.
blue.
see, I don't like his mask, but
His
I
mask
can
is my
see
personal
why.
favorite.
Same.
Yeah, I can see why you would like it. It looks like something you would wear.
Mask is
Oh,
boss.
yeah.
It does look like hard and like.
I
Yeah.
love that we finally
I
achieved
just
this
don't-
point
I don't
with this
wa-
like scope that we can like have it interchangeable.
Yes,
Yeah, I think the scope's cool.
That's what I really like. I'm impressed with that.
I just don't like this as an evolution from the 2015 mask. I don't know. I wish it.
It reminds me
Looked
more
more like
of his
it.
2008 version.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does
Yeah.
actually.
I
That's
think
interesting
it's
you
like
point
the
that out.
large eyepiece.
It's not
The
necessarily
eyepiece
a
was
large
very
eyepiece.
large
I
and-
honestly think it's the lower half of the mask and the general shape.
Fair enough.
The eyepiece
Yeah, I could
definitely
see
helps
that.
in that comparison.
Yeah, no, I definitely see that, LJ.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish it looked a bit more like 2015.
Yeah,
that's all.
Triscope instead of singular.
Something.
Yeah, triscope, set of singular, maybe give it a bit of that like helmet look that the 2015 one had.
The sad thing is, though, he doesn't even have a single scope. He's technically got two. He's just missing
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
I was ignoring that though,
Yeah, I don't know.
because
It's a good
when you
mask,
look
I
at
just-
it as two, it looks stupid. You gotta look at it as just one.
My,
Not to mention, I think the scope is too low. It's below his other eye.
yeah, it's kind of.
It's like one half of his mask had a stroke.
Aw.
I didn't mean to make that a joke, because that's an comparison.
It was meant to be funny.
Well, it
Come
was
on.
like inappropriate. Like it was kind of like.
Well, no,
dark
I
in
just-
a way.
Inappropriate.
It was an observation.
It
not
really
a,
offended Tahu, LJ. Or not Tahu,
The
Kopaka. Who
Yeah,
watches
Puck was
feelings.
triggered,
The thing
man.
that-
I really like Kopaka's legs.
Yeah, his
a lot.
legs are cool.
really.
I think
Them legs,
those
though.
two armor pieces together work really well in the way they're distributed on Kopaka. I think it looks better when you actually have the gold balanced out, so you can really appreciate it more. But with that said, I think the actual build of the legs looks really good.
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
he definitely rocks the new armor pieces. the
Because
best
unlike
of all
like
the time.
Tahu, he has it over the short limb and not like the long limb.
Yeah, exactly. It looks the proportions actually look right.
I don't know, like
Yeah, and the armor fits like decently. It looks like armor instead of just
Yeah,
like,
even the
gappy,
Vorax
weird.
armor. Yeah, it looks
really
good.
looks good.
so-
However,
Yeah.
my biggest problem with the set is the Vorax armor because like
Because you're not sure he's going to be able to move his arms.
The way it's built, it's like, and you mentioned like
Yeah.
you can go backwards, kind of, because of his shoulder articulation. But like, I'm looking at
Yeah, it looks
I'm
like he's
looking
got
at a
more
lot of
shoulder
these pictures,
articulation.
and you can see like some of the ones I linked. I'll put them up on screen. Zoom in. The armor clips underneath his head because like the torso isn't wide enough.
No, I see it.
So that's
I see
going to
it.
be really annoying. And like,
Yeah.
I think
really
now that
annoying
we've
now.
covered the Toa, like obviously we haven't done our recaps yet, but I feel this is a good point to make my claim, my opinion known. I don't think that the new function is going to be worth all of the sacrifices to articulation that we're going to see as a result of this.
I simply don't like it more than the arm function.
Yeah.
I thought they really struck gold with that arm function. I don't know why they're dragging it all the way down to the waist.
It's because the creatures wouldn't work.
I will have to wait and see what these sets look
This
like
has all been
in
done
person,
to justify
because
combo
to me,
models.
well,
I
maybe,
guess.
but to me, I honestly really, really like the idea of custom torsos with these custom shoulder builds. I think it's gonna be cool. I need to see what it looks like in person and how it actually is built and how it works as far as posability first. But personally, if it comes out good and the posability isn't hindered that much, I think it was well worth sacrificing that gear function to give them really cool shoulder builds, because I think Kopaka's got a really
It
cool
looks
build.
good, and
As
I
far as
don't think the
appearance is
appearance
concerned.
will ever be the issue. I think it's going to be posing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I just need to see what it actually
Yeah.
is, or how it performs in person.
True
We'll see.
facts. Well,
But, I mean, that basically wraps up my
we
feelings.
can talk about the creatures real quick, about how they're all kind of weird and quirky.
We already covered the creatures when we went up the
Well,
Toa.
we kind of
Yeah.
The creatures, pretty much my opinions for them are all this exact
Running
same
way
thing.
late
They're
as it
cool,
is.
they're custom, they're kind of weird, they're kind of awkward at times, but they all kind of look cool, maybe, except for Ketar, who's scum.
I have to point out that I found that really humorous. You were like, well, we can talk about the creatures, and literally everybody was like, nah, and you just went
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Basically what you meant to say was, I would like to talk about the
Listen to one
creatures.
thing, man.
I bet you
Okay,
start
lightning round, favorite creature, that's all.
Akita.
Go.
Uxar.
Akita's a boss.
Akita.
Great job.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over
creatures
Kida
are
too.
dead end.
I
Let's
like
talk
Uxar.
about-
Akir.
talk
Mine's
about the
Akir,
big bad.
yeah.
I like Matoran builds and I like protectors and I wish we were getting more
Shup.
protectors. Or like protector style things.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Once
It's
again,
all
I'll
about
have
the
to wait and see.
creatures. Uniqueness rules. Anyway,
Keto looks like a Keto looks like a mishmash of Technic parts.
We
looks
just
like a
need more Matoran
cohesive
style
blend
people.
of Technic parts with guns, man.
Man, Vin, you are such a hater.
Anyway,
I agree with him.
the big boss.
Let's revert
That's
back
okay.
to Pohatu real quick and see who's the real hater.
Let's talk about the big boss, the man in charge, the epic hunter, Umarak. How did he translate?
Big boss.
Punished Venom Snake.
Punished Venom Snake.
I also gotta say, like,
Like how I got
looks good.
Coulter in the first summer wave. In the summer wave, I want to get Umarak as my first set.
yeah,
I want to wait until
He just
Umarak
looks
the
so
Destroyer.
I gotta say real quick, like, just a
Umarak,
random
the
thought
Destroyer.
after looking at Umarak. I like how they all have the appearance that they have, like, a thicker neck this go around, and they're not just stick figures, and it's because of that piece of unification, the new armor piece that goes, like, behind the necks to attach to the creatures. It, like, fleshes out that area. That's why it looks so much better this go around.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
So,
It's nice to actually have necks.
yeah.
It's pretty cool.
And Umarak himself, all his flaws, he's changed, like, not in the least. He's exactly the same as the catalogs.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a cool-looking dude
Everyone-
with
the
thing
gappy
about
legs
Umarak,
and
though-
weird shoulders.
Yeah, the thing about Umarak, though, is I feel he's the opposite of Kopaka, whereas Kopaka I thought had the best build ever, but his color scheme and the concepts behind him didn't really do well to display that. Umarak's the exact opposite. I feel like his build is kind of iffy, definitely at
yappy.
parts. His legs are little, and his
Don't worry
arms are
about his
little,
legs.
But the silhouette he makes, and just his concept and his color scheme, golden. I love it. I love the idea of Umarak. He looks
And-
so cool to me.
The thing about Umarak too is that I feel he has, even though he has a bunch of colors on them, they all pretty much work. They're all
Yeah.
evenly distributed. They all work well with each other. The black, the maroon spikes, the neon green, the brown, the silver. I feel they're all pretty well distributed and work to have this like jungle camouflage.
He's a hunter.
Even the dark
He is
tan looks
absolutely
pretty good
a
on
hunter.
him.
Yeah,
Only thing I have to say
is-
it's a little ridiculous is those antlers.
Yeah,
I love the
Antlers are
dude.
balls.
Yeah,
I love them in concept. I just
mean, I like-
when I'm looking at the thing, he has the antlers, and then he has the bow, and the bow are like larger antlers, and you're like, oh, okay.
I think that really works for him. I was actually
No,
going to say
dude,
that's one
that's
of my
like a
favorite
motif.
parts.
That's
Because
awesome.
he's a hunter, and that's part of his hunt. He's made a weapon and an ornament out of bones.
Yeah,
you know,
I
like, yeah,
see it as
okay,
like
you know
a
what?
trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
no, I agree with the Viper. I think that he's actually wearing his prey. If you look at his chest piece, he's got like a face, like a fang face. It's like a pelt. He's wearing it over like a Craven the Hunter.
Oh, you're right.
He's got a bow
What
made
if
of
like
bones.
I don't like
What's
that.
like what's the Lord of Skull Spiders? What if he murdered the Lord of Skull Spiders?
No.
And was wearing him on the chest, like you
I
totally
do
thought
not-
you could defeat him.
I do
I'm
not like the
hunter.
mouth thing on the chest. It just looks too weird to me.
It looks creepy.
Does.
What if he has conversations with it? Like, hey, buddy, how's it going?
I made a joke where it's like, you know how you look on his mask, he doesn't really have a mouth.
Yeah.
It's like, what if this is his mouth? This is where his mouth
his
is.
mouth.
That's
where
awesome.
his
Oh
mouth-
God!
That'd be kind of. I mean, that'd be creepy. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be really cool.
Or if
Imagine
it's
that in the
like,
show.
No, no.
He just Umarak just seems like one of the most creative Bionicle
It's a
villains.
shame
we've ever
he
had.
had to have like
Yeah.
some
It's
other
like,
design
definitely.
flaws he does, or he would be like amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
really,
wild
I
legs.
think
A lot
the
of
biggest
angry
thing about
people
him
at
that's
me.
bad are his legs.
I don't like the shoulders.
Let's be
Yeah.
real here.
I'm a bit worried about his
the
legs.
I care about the
Oh,
shoulders
what I was
far more
saying
than the
about-
legs. TBH. How like
Shoulders.
yeah, like in that picture.
I mean, I guess,
See
yeah,
right
but
through them.
I don't know. Out of all the shoulders we've seen this year, this one does not
The
seem
arms
that
are so
bad.
low.
nah.
What
I mean,
was
yeah,
the
they're not,
arms are
they're not
really low.
great shoulders, but they're not like terrible. They're not for me, the biggest thing is the legs. I don't know why they couldn't get like a Grievous style thing, because Grievous, even though he has that like additional support,
Because
still
Umarak's $20.
follows like the same thing.
I don't know. Maybe they just wanted an excuse to throw those Borak eyes in there.
Yeah. Yeah, so like Umarak, he has a lot of flaws, but the mode in which I think he really shines is his combo models. with
Yeah, I
all
gotta
of
say,
them.
like that's. I was not expecting him, first of all, to even be able to combine with the creatures, which I guess is kind of a silly thing to not realize because he is a hunter hunting them down. So his goal would probably be to merge with them, I guess. But like, I don't know. They look good. Like his Uxar unity looks amazing.
Uxar?
Uxar
Like,
is
he's
it, yeah.
terrifying
Okay.
enough as it is.
Can I just say
With
this?
Uxar, he looks scary.
yeah.
With it, I don't get this from Onua, but when the Umarak when he's got the Uxar thing going on, it looks like he's wearing pauldrons with purple like parrot feathers. To me, the purple claws look like purple parrot feathers.
Oh, you're talking about Tarak.
Yeah.
Which one's?
Uxar is the
Tarak's
creature jungle.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Tarak does
bad.
have that look to him, you're right.
But yeah, they look like purple feathers to me.
Oh
Yeah.
I could see that.
Oh,
I also
yeah,
can like
yeah,
eye
it look-
gears
they can
on
look
him
almost
too.
tropical.
Visual contrast. He looks good with them.
No, when he's got the Tarak one on, it looks like he has like a green beard,
Ha!
like on
Yeah.
his face.
I kind of see that.
I'm
I
looking
noticed
forward
that
to
too.
seeing what he's gonna
He's
look
got
like.
a green
Ketar.
chaser.
Ketar Umarak is gonna be hilarious.
I think they only intended for you to be able to combine with these three because these three look the best.
Forget that. I'm making it
I don't really
work.
like how his combo with Ikar, but that's okay.
Yeah, it doesn't mesh with him at all.
Not
Got
really.
that
Yeah.
visual
But it's
contrast.
kind of cool, but like yeah, the contrast is too much. And even with who is it? Tarak.
There you
Tarak.
go.
I think the names for these characters are just they're not solidified in my brain yet.
Yeah.
Tarak,
Gotta get there.
his colours don't really like work either.
Well, I mean,
like
purple and green look more complementary than red and green.
they do. I mean,
Probably
like it's,
Santa
I'm just saying there's no
Umarak.
Funnily
purple
enough.
anywhere else on his set. So
Because usually red and green looks really works fine. Hence why Christmas colors, So
They don't work fine.
Speaking of which,
They're
hashtag
hideous.
December hype.
Red
No.
and green
wait a
is
second.
hideous.
Anything else?
No, that's all.
You're hideous.
Mask control.
Umarak,
so the first
the
thing I
boss,
noticed
the
about
mask
it
of
is that
control has no diamond.
there's that interesting thing on that.
It's
center of that
hilarious
mask.
what
On the
happened.
forehead,
because,
yeah,
like,
it almost looks like the island of Matanui.
I think so.
Is
Maybe
that an island
it might just be a
of
diamond. I don't know.
think
why
it's
to go
just a
that
diamond.
far. Yeah, I think
It
it's
was
just a
so
diamond.
funny because I loaded up the image, like that high-res image of the Mask of Control, like a slant, and I was like, oh yeah, it's still here. And then I zoomed in and it was gone. I could see the smudges.
You're just an idiot.
It was very sad, but can you see kind of what I meant now that we have such a high-res
I was
one?
able to see what you meant from the beginning. I just knew it wasn't actually a diamond. It was just a
Yeah.
trick of the eye from the pixels.
Yeah.
Because I know how pixels frickin' work.
Yeah.
What? No, you don't.
I don't. I never sprited. My bad.
You're an idiot. That's what you are.
So,
I
in
like how the
regards-
Mask of Control has eyebrows.
Yeah,
I was
that
just gonna
aside,
say,
I like this
eyebrows.
mask.
Really thick, bushy ones, too.
It's a fine mask.
The
I still
angry
prefer
eyebrows, my
versions from
favorite.
before, but
And here's your angry eyes, just in case.
I've begrudgingly accepted that this is my lot in life with this mask, and I've grown to enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I like
neat.
that slanted angle more, though, instead
Totally.
of front on.
Yeah.
I feel like I could use a few more runes.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Yeah, kind of.
Specifically
Like along
on
the
the
sides.
tusks.
Oh, no, definitely not that.
I
Definitely.
don't think I would put them on the tusk.
I put them
Yeah.
On the sides, behind the eye.
on the sides where the kind of the eye, you know where the eyebrows are. There's like that band that goes around.
Yeah, put 'em
Maybe
there.
on that.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do a
Remember
little
we
tiara.
had some.
I
had some early
honestly
arguments.
think less is more in this case.
We had some early arguments where we argued that this was not the Mask of Control,
I remember that.
and the thing that stood out to me is like how much it like differed from the animations. But looking at it in high res, I don't think it's that different from what we saw in the animations. Like there's differences, sure, but it's not that different.
You can possibly chalk them up to just the aesthetic styling, because the Mask of Creation was kind of different too. It was more like sharp and jagged.
And like I'm assuming I don't think they had the Mask of Control completely like finished in design at that point.
Yeah.
when they had
Definitely
the Mask
not.
of Creation.
But yeah, I can totally see it. The only thing I wish had been kept, the mask, I can forgive it not being as sharp, I can forgive it not being as edgy, to borrow a phrase. But I wish it still had that dip at the top that made it into like the M shape, instead of just being round.
And
I
from
can see that.
Akuta, yeah,
That's the one
Oh,
defining
yeah, I know what you
trait
mean.
that I wish had been kept. But, for what it is, it's an okay mask.
The one I'm interested in is the Mask of
Yeah.
Ultimate Power because we really do not know what it looks like.
It's gonna look dumb. It's gonna look really stupid.
What if it's like
Imaginary.
what if it's like a redone version of the Evohi?
It's
Above.
not
Yeah, I was
gonna
thinking
be
that,
a redone version of the Evoki. Takanuva's dead.
The Evoki.
I'm not saying Takanuva's coming back. I'm saying that they're playing homage.
No,
They-
he
they-
didn't mention the
won't
Evoki. He said the Evohi.
Yeah, that is true.
I have a
I was
bad
trying to
feeling
take his
Ultimate
comments
Mask-
seriously. It's not coming back, guys.
I have
Stop
a bad
it.
feeling the mope is gonna look really stupid. Hope not.
The mope.
It's gonna be like the last
Wouldn't it be
mope.
funny if the
Be
moat
the
didn't
moop, if
actually
anything.
exist and it was like you gotta use your individual power to, and then
Stupid
you
car.
have the Mask of Ultimate Power inside you from the beginning.
Okay, stop talking.
Oh
Stop
my
talking,
god,
please.
be quiet.
They would totally do it. You know they would.
You just have to believe.
That's hilarious.
I'd probably
Fire,
get like
ice,
I-
water,
Suddenly-
stone, air.
Suddenly the
earth, all
Mask
your
of
powers
Power just
combined.
appears
Oh,
on their
oh,
faces.
interesting theory time. So what if when the Mask of Ultimate Power got smashed by Kimu, it was smashed into 6 different pieces, and since the impact was so hard, they all got launched into space, and they all came back individually as Toa. Wouldn't that be
That'd be
so
cool.
crazy?
So
oh
we're no
my
longer
god!
letting Ven talk.
Or
I was gonna think
possibly
that like
it's
the Mask of Ultimate Power got split into the 6 Toa masks, but
they might. The Mask of Ultimate Power might have also gone into the creatures, and that's why they have to be united.
maybe
It is the creatures.
Interesting.
interesting
What
stuff.
if like the Mask of Ultimate Power is like kind of like the Mask of Life? It's like all the power of life and death, and that pretty much is
What
just
if-
what makes it so.
The Mask
What
of
if the
Ultimate
mask
Power.
didn't know it was a mask?
Didn't realize it was a moth.
Didn't know it was a mask.
Alright, it's time we end this. This is like
Yeah, let's please.
this is our longest episode in ages, but it was fitting because our finalized discussion last year was just like this.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you very much for listening to this episode of the TTV Podcast. Overall, 2016 sets, they're better in some aspects, they're worse in others. Time will tell how the wave really stacks up to 2015, but TTV will be here covering the impending release of the sets in December, as well as giving you recent reviews whenever LJ, feels
Gets
like
around to them.
Gets a hold of them more
when
like
he's too busy.
Gets around to them.
You better hope he's not too busy getting sick or
I
going
was
on
on
trips.
the ball with the recent reviews.
You're funny.
when
you're,
they
you're,
started-
you're
I'm
a
the
real
one that's just
funny
on an
guy,
exercise
LJ.
When
Really
they
on the
started,
ball.
I was right there.
So, anyway, feel free to check us out on Vessel at vessel.com
Speaking of
/TTV.
getting on the ball about things, it took a while to get TTV Talks RSS feed updated, huh?
Oh yeah, it did, but it is updated now, and TTV will follow suit by the time this episode. is up.
Also, we have a new contest going on in the boards, and
Yes.
a new poll for the top 10.
It's not a
Yeah.
poll, and it's not
Well, I mean,
necessarily
yeah,
even
it's
a
right. It will be a
contest
poll.
either.
Yeah, I said contest by mistake.
Yeah, long and
It's not
short of
really a
it,
contest.
you guys get to pick a top 10 TTV channel moments of 2015, and we are going to compile the top choices into a list, which you will then vote on, and it will be compiled into an actual top 10 video that will be released before the beginning of next year. But
Do I
what you
get to
guys
make
need to do...
suggestions?
Excuse me?
Do I get to make suggestions?
No.
Are you a fan?
I'm a fan.
No, you're
We'll
not.
discuss
I'm a fan
it
of me.
later. What you need to do, you need to go on the TTV Message Boards, go to the topic, which is under the TTV Podcast subform, and submit a moment, along with the video containing said moment, and a timestamp for it. And the most popular
Timestamp's
choices will
important
be
because we're not
rounded
going to
up.
comb through.
Most popular choices will be rounded up into a poll where you guys can vote for the winners, and the top 10 will be made into a full-fledged video.
Yeah, no, seriously though, the timestamp is really important. We can't go through all
Yeah,
100
already.
Yeah,
episodes
we have
at
too
an
much
hour
content,
and
basically.
figure out exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Right.
So please timestamp it. It's very important. But go on the message boards. Send us your top moment.
Yup.
For this
gonna be
year,
awesome.
it has to be a video made this year.
Yeah.
And it also has to be from a podcast style
It-
thing we did. So
It has to be from any video on the channel.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be from the podcast style. What are you talking about?
Well,
I
thought-
said this.
Didn't we say
discussed this yesterday, and I said this in the topic. Any video goes.
any video goes? So okay, cool. I thought we weren't doing that. Awesome.
I don't know why we wouldn't.
I don't know why either. Someone told me we wouldn't be.
Alright, it's okay.
Obviously, you didn't
Well,
pay
it's nice
attention
to
to
know
that
that
discussion
we
you
were
guys
all thinking
supposedly
each
had.
other was stupid.
We're all on the same page. Alright.
All right.
Thank you very much for listening to this episode of the TTV Podcast. Check us out on Vessel at vessel.com /TTV channel. Buy a shirt at store at TTVpodcast.com. And go to audibletrial.com /TTV to get an audiobook of your choosing. Maybe something other than Brick by Brick. I don't know. Maybe Brick by Brick, you
Game of
haven't read it
Thrones.
yet. I don't know. I don't know
Game of
what's there.
Thrones.
Game of Thrones, yeah.
All the Harry Potter books were just added.
Awesome.
Oh.
Go read those.
Oh, nice.
Go listen to those.
Yeah, that's
do
nice.
those
I'll
instead of
probably
Game
do
of
that.
Thrones.
Yeah, LJ, go read Harry Potter. Listen to Harry Potter.
No.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we'll see you guys next week for a more regular podcast. Hopefully, we start hearing some news of the sets impending release by then. Last year they were out mid-December. Hopefully that follows suit. Till then, we will see you all next time for the next exciting episode of the TTV Podcast. I'm Messina.
I'm Barteran.
I'm LJ.
I'm Kahi.
I'm Venom.
I'm Viper.
I'm Takumanuva.
And see you guys next week. Farewell.
Bye.
Adios.